Well, that one was easy right there, but the whole drive wasn't easy. A couple huge plays, a big third down conversion by Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown, and then the big fourth down conversion with the one-handed catch to Devontae Smith is what made that drive go.
Sanders gets the touchdown run. Here's the extra point by Jake Elliott. Ball put down. The right-footed kick to our left is perfect and through the uprights. 9:48 in the first quarter. Game-opening drive. They began at their 34. A big play and a 29-yard pass to Devontae Smith sets up the goal to go. And a 6-yard touchdown run. 11 plays, 66 yards. 7-0 Philadelphia. You're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We'll get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we'll take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. You can learn more about our battery selection at AutoZone.com. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2021.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering professional-grade industrial supplies, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wendy's knows that everybody hates cold and soggy fries. That's why Wendy's changed their fries to serve them up hot and crispy every single time. That's right, hot and crispy guaranteed, or they will replace them with natural cut skin on potatoes. Every order of hot and crispy fries is prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt every time. Head to Wendy's today to get your hot and crispy fries and make every day a fry day. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Welcome back, everyone, to Philadelphia, along with Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner, Ross Tucker on our sideline, Kevin Harlan, and together with Navy Federal Credit Union, we'd like to thank all of you for joining us, and especially for this NFC Championship game on Westwood One, with an extra special shout-out to over 1 million men and women in uniform stationed around the world in military bases and ships at sea defending our nation. Navy Federal Credit Union proudly serves the armed forces, the DOD, veterans, and their families. Our members are the mission. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. The Eagles led the NFL with 8 opening touchdown drives. Now they open with a touchdown in both playoff games against the Giants last week and against the Niners today, and lead it 7-0, little more than 5 minutes into the NFC Championship.
We were talking about that big fourth down play to Devontae Smith, where they hustled up and snapped the ball to get another playoff. As I look back at the replay, that ball was knocked out by the defender of the 49ers. That would not have been a catch had they reviewed it. So nice job by Devontae Smith to get his guys up to the line and snap the football, leading to that touchdown.
Jake Elliott will kick off for the Eagles from right to left. It is end over end. Ray McLeod is standing in the middle. The ball goes twirling over his head 5 yards deep in the end zone. It lands to our left. It'll be a touchback to the 25. It'll be a 1st and 10 for rookie quarterback Brock Purdy, with a wall of noise descending and cascading down in this sold-out stadium. 1st and 10, Niners, their own 25-yard line.
You know, I got a special place for the underdog.
I know you do.
The Arizona kid that played in Iowa, that wears the number 13 and has a chance to go to the Super Bowl in his first year as a starter. He's been really, really impressive up to this point, but this is a new challenge with this Philadelphia Eagles defense.
He's in the gun. McCaffrey at his side, 3 wide. There's a shotgun snap, 4-man rush. Cocks his arm, throws up the middle, caught by Kittle at the 30. He tries to slip up the middle and falls between the hash marks at the San Francisco 33. Quick throw of 9. Purdy likes to throw between the numbers, doesn't he?
That is what this 49ers offense is built around, is throwing between the numbers. It starts with their play action, trying to draw those linebackers up and hitting it over the top. But yes, they are built with a lot of crossing routes, just as we saw right there. Get your guy George Kittle one-on-one. He pushes up 5 yards and breaks in. That's the shortest and easiest throw for a quarterback.
It is 2nd down and 1 from the San Francisco 34. In the pistol is Purdy. There's the snap and a handoff. McCaffrey looking for a block. He's grabbed around the ankles by Gardner Johnson, who came submarining through. There's no gain on the play. And Kurt Warner on their first possession. The Niners will stay at their 34, trailing early 7-0. Third down 1. They'll go right to the line. There is no huddle. 3rd and 1. Snap goes off to Purdy. Handoff goes to the digging and turning and grinding, spinning running back. That's McCaffrey. Looks like he's got the first. Running over his left guard in the middle of the field, nudging the ball past the San Francisco 35 and a first down.
Yeah, just barely across that line. And if there's one weak area of this Philadelphia Eagles defense, it's been running the ball between the tackles. They're middle of the pack in the National Football League at stopping the run. Top of the league in about every other category. So you have to feel it's a good matchup for the 49ers, but maybe where this game is won and lost.
Deebo Samuel is the running back on a 1st and 10, 36 to San Francisco. Shotgun snap. Purdy throws far side, caught by Ayuk. 40. Turns and goes up the far sideline, the 45, and knocks out of bounds in front of his own bench. At the San Francisco 46 on a gain of 10. It was a quick throw. There was a flag on the play. 8:02 first quarter.
The flag was thrown as soon as the ball was snapped, so it either has to be a motion penalty on the offense or lined up in the neutral zone by the defense, I would have to think.
John Hussey, our referee.
Offside. Defense number 7. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, first down.
On outside linebacker Hassan Reddick of Philadelphia.
I like what both coordinators did, coaches did coming out in this game. Early completions, easy completions for their quarterback. That last one there, just a quick out to the backside to Ayuk against off coverage, but allowing their quarterbacks to settle in, getting them a completion early.
It's at the San Francisco 46. It's a 1st and 10. There's a shotgun snap to Purdy. It's a handoff to Samuel over the right tackle, down a block. He takes it near midfield as he goes chugging away, dashing his way. Ross Tucker for 4 yards near the 50.
One of the things, guys, I'm keeping my eye on is what Eagles defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon does with the linebackers and the safeties. Talking with him all season long, he really does not like giving up explosive plays, but as Kurt knows, you can't really focus on both in terms of having a safety in the box, the linebackers downhill, but also be able to get back against play action and boots.
2nd down, 6 on the logo at midfield. San Francisco quarterback Purdy is under center, fakes the handoff, hit as it goes. It's a floating duck. It goes floating. It was almost picked off and dropped as it was punched high in the air, wobbling its way like a dead duck, and fell on the grass, the wet grass here in Philadelphia, on an incompletion and heavy pressure put on the rookie quarterback for the Niners.
Well, Hassan Reddick, number 2 in the National Football League in sacks, was the one that got there on Purdy. And the Philadelphia Eagles defense is lucky. Ross was just talking about big plays. Brandon Ayuk was running a deep corner route to the left-hand side and was wide open for a big play, if not a touchdown, if Hassan Reddick does not get there to knock the football out.
75.
Philadelphia is challenging the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass. Timeout.
I will take a look at it. They think it might have been a fumble, but I think, well, it's going to be close. They'll take a look at it. Instant replay now in effect. This Closhiv Instant Replay Review is sponsored by Barbasol 1919 Classic Shaving Cream. A fresh take on the original. This new non-aerosol formula features enhanced ingredients and exceptional glide. Learn more at Barbasol.com. Eagles are saying it was a fumble on the incompletion as it was ruled on the field. We'll step aside. 7-0 Eagles, 6:55 in the first quarter. You're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
Monster.com helps you tackle the job search and make your next career move. With great coaching and millions of job openings, Monster.com empowers you to score your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the sidelines and go to Monster.com today.
Is that a horse?
Actually, it's a wild stallion. Since Navy Federal Credit Union's Platinum Card made it easier to tame our holiday debt, I wanted to see if I could tame something else.
Uh-huh.
Help me saddle up. I need to pick the kids up from school.
With a low intro APR on balance transfers, the Platinum Credit Card lets you take control of your debt. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/Platinum offer. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like discovering a refund tree has grown in your backyard.
I'm the refund tree.
Sawing off its branches.
Hey.
Feeding them through a wood chipper.
My branches! My beautiful branches!
And dancing in its refund rain. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
When you need auto parts, O'ReillyAuto.com is just a few clicks away. Order online and pick up curbside at your local store. Visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When you use a cash cow, then you need TaxSlayer with the right tools at the right price. TaxSlayer makes it easy to get your biggest refund possible. File fearlessly at TaxSlayer.com. I think they're going to rule it a fumble.
I believe it was a fumble as well. No one better in the league than Hassan Reddick at creating.
After reviewing the play, the ball came out prior to the quarterback's hand going forward. As a result, it was a fumble with a clear recovery by number 72 of the defense. Will the game clock operator please put 6-5-6 on the game clock, please?
Nobody better than Hassan Reddick at creating those fumbles. And this was a ball that was knocked out, and then the ball went forward. So I think a lot of people thought it was a forward pass, but the ball was loose as Brock Purdy's elbow came forward with an empty hand. He hit the ball, and that's what shot it forward in that particular case. Good call by the officials right there, and a huge, huge break for this Philadelphia Eagles team.
49ers in 12 games played recently with one or fewer turnovers. Both these teams among the top three in the turnover ratio. So after the fumble by the rookie quarterback of San Francisco from the 44 of the Philadelphia Eagles, 1st and 10, shotgun snap, handoff. Sanders runs laterally on the 40 to the far sideline, got a yard out to the Philadelphia 45. It's a gain of 1 right there with the 2nd down and 9 coming up, and our clock is ticking at 6:40 in the first and a 7-0 Philadelphia lead.
One of the things when you get into situations like this, Brock Purdy having only played 7 games in the National Football League, it'd be great if you're the Eagles to put him in a big deficit if you're able to put points on the board here and put a lot of pressure on the young man.
In the pistol, 5 yards away from his center at the 45 of the Eagles. Hurts has a 2nd down, 9 takes the handoff, drops back. Here comes Bosa. Here's a short throw down the middle. Leaping catch at midfield is made by tight end Jack Stoll, his 12th catch of the season. He picks up 5 as the ball was caught right on the Eagle logo at the 50-yard line, and they are examining Purdy's forearm and throwing arm on the San Francisco sideline.
Well, that would not be good. Let's hope he's okay. Hassan Reddick, left forearm connected with Brock Purdy's right forearm. Sure, that's why they're checking it out, but let's hope it's nothing serious there.
From the 50, it's 3rd down and 4 for quarterback Jalen Hurts. So far through the air, 6 of 8. Running back is Kenneth Gainwell. He'll be off his right hip. Crouching low, there's the shotgun snap in the handoff on 3rd and 4. Nothing there, running over the guard. Gainwell got maybe the length of a football. He's stuck at midfield. Nice hit on the play. And so it is 4th down, and here comes for the first time the Eagles punting unit with the clock ticking at 5:15 here in the first.
There's only a handful of teams that get into 3rd and 4, 3rd and almost 5, that will even consider handing the football off. This Eagles team is one of them because of their threat at the quarterback position running the football, but nice job by the 49ers to get him off the field.
Brett Kern will punt for the Eagles from right to left. Back is Ray McLeod. It goes down the near sideline, and it goes over the pylon and into the end zone, and a touchback to the 20 on a 50-yard punt by Kern, who was retired, and they called him out of retirement to take the place of the injured punter, Aaron Sipas. So, 4:50 first quarter. Eagles on a 6-yard rushing touchdown. 7-0 they lead San Francisco as you're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
Welcome to a late-night edition of What If, the show where I, Jake from State Farm, answer your insurance what ifs. We've got Sean on the line. What's up?
Hey, Jake, what if I'm too stressed about my coverage to sleep? Like, what if I don't have enough? Or what if I need to change it?
Oh, if you can't sleep, just give us a ring. We're available 24/7. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Great. What if I just take a little nap?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Running your own business can feel a lot like running a one-person relay race. When you've got to expand your team, share the baton with Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring platform has smart tools to help you attract, screen, and hire quality candidates to your roster. With Instant Match, the moment you sponsor a job at Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from their resume database that fit your job description. Learn more at Indeed.com/credit to get started today. That's Indeed.com/credit.
Dancing crew, trip for two, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. New COVID-19 boosters designed for recent Omicron variants are now available. Learn about eligibility and schedule a free updated booster today at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Are you ready?
Every pro is an MVP to us. As a Lowe's MVP's Rewards member, you can earn bonus points when you shop select products and brands. Then redeem them for exciting rewards like tools, sports memorabilia, e-gift cards, and more. Join today to become a member and start earning. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Subject to program terms. While supplies last. Points expired end of calendar year. Visit Lowe's.com/MVP's bonus points for details.
With Hall of Famer Kurt Warner, Kevin Harlan, the Grainger broadcast booth in Philadelphia. Josh Johnson is the new quarterback. He gets the ball from the 20. Johnson has played for about every team in pro football and also in the UFL, the United Football League, the Alliance of American Football, and the XFL. And he's been called in because there's an injury to the throwing arm of quarterback Brock Purdy. This would be the fourth different San Francisco quarterback this season. And he's under center with an I formation, including McCaffrey, the tight end in motion. 9:20. There's the snap, and the pitch out goes to McCaffrey. Juszczyk, the block, cutting over the left tackle is McCaffrey on the numbers to the 24, and he picks up 4 to the field live and Ross Tucker.
Guys, the Niners tell me that Brock Purdy, the rookie starting quarterback, is questionable to come back in this game with an elbow injury. I'm a little bit surprised. I saw him throwing on the sideline. A couple coaches and staffers came over to him, and I saw him nod his head like, yes, I'm good, but evidently not good enough to be back in this game.
Johnson, thank you, Ross, has played for 14 different NFL teams. He's under center, 2nd and 6, San Francisco 29, snap. Then here comes Reddick, and he's sacked. Johnson goes down and sacked as he was retreating. They'll mark him at the 14 of San Francisco, and things beginning to unravel for the 49ers already.
And what a play there by Hassan Reddick. They had Jennings there as a wide receiver looking like he was going to chip Hassan Reddick, and then they had George Kittle coming over from the other side, who looked like he wanted to chip him as well, and Hassan Reddick just hit the Jets and went right between both of them. As soon as Josh Johnson turned around off the play fake, number 7 was right in his face.
It is now 3rd and 15 after the Philadelphia punt. Josh Johnson, 10 years out of San Diego, shotgun snap, throws to Samuel at the 10, a short lateral throw and a flag thrown on the play. Stopping it. They called it.
Delay game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Well, he's played a lot of football, but I don't think this is how he wanted to come into a championship game. Obviously off an injury and then getting sacked and then a 5-yard penalty, putting them in 3rd and 20 on his first drive.
Purdy has come out of the blue tent. 3rd down, 20. It's back at the San Francisco 10. Johnson in the gun, 4-man rush, drop play, handoff McCaffrey, 10 up the middle, 15 up the middle on the hash mark to 20, and he goes to the 25-yard line, but shy of the first down. As he works between the hash marks on a first of 16, swerving his way to the 26-yard line of San Francisco. Not enough, 4th and 4. Offense trotting off the field. Punting unit will come on, and the punt team is out there for San Francisco. They fumbled their first possession. They're going to punt here on their second.
Well, nothing disastrous there, and then off with the fumble. Nothing disastrous in terms of points right there. So, ball's on their defense once again to get the football back in hopes that Brock Purdy, coming out of that blue tent, can go back into the football game.
Wishnowski will punt for San Francisco. Deep back is Devontae Smith, and the ball bounces in front of him at the 35 of the Eagles. It rolls past the 30 of Philadelphia and stops finally at the 29 of Philly. It is a 45-yard punt. We've had one score in the game. Eagles are going to get it here for a third time. They scored in the opening possession on a 6-yard touchdown run. Brock Purdy is out. Now they're looking at Bosa on the far sideline in his leg. Timeout on the field. And a flag has been thrown on the play. And so we're going to keep it here, but they're looking at Bosa, who led the NFL in sacks with 18, and his right leg.
After the play is over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 28 of the receiving team. That penalty is half the distance from the goal. First down, timeout.
That's on cornerback Josh Jobe. Talking to Purdy on the sideline for San Francisco. 7-0 Eagles on top, 2:18 first quarter. You're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
When you bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive, you could save money, but it doesn't cover any terrible memories living rent-free in your head.
Hey, I noticed it's been a few minutes since you thought about when your quarterback ran into his own teammates and fumbled, technically forcing his own fumble, and then the other team took it in for a score, and then you couldn't turn on the TV for a month without being constantly reminded of the time your quarterback sacked himself and fumbled.
Sorry, we can't save you from that memory, but we could save you money bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Renters insurance and bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
At Staples, you can count on every project being print perfect. Guaranteed.
I need presentations and brochures printed, and they have to be perfect.
Your bounded presentations, brochures with the finest folds, and more will be done right every time. That's our Print Big promise. Now at Staples, get $10 off your document printing and marketing materials order of $50 or more, plus 20% back by a store bonus. Try Staples and see the difference. Ends 2/25. Rewards members only. Bonus must be redeemed in store. See staples.com/stores/printbig for details.
With Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner, Kevin Harlan, we're in the Grainger broadcast booth here in Philadelphia. Postseason victories require an edge. Grainger gives your business an edge with free product support, plus supplies and solutions for every industry. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by. No word yet on Purdy. We know that Jimmy Garoppolo, who broke a foot earlier in the season, has not yet been activated off the injured list. The backup is Josh Johnson. Like we said, he's played for 14 teams in 4 different leagues. He's in his mid-30s, and he's out there now as the 4th different quarterback this season for the 49ers, who have just punted to Philadelphia, who begin it at their 15, 1st and 10.
Well, and what an incredible feat to even be here in the championship game with what you're talking about, Kevin.
Yeah.
Trey Lance starting the season, didn't even think Jimmy Garoppolo was going to be on the roster. He takes over and starts this run. Brock Purdy comes in the middle of it after that ankle injury. And they've done a great job, but man, it's a lot to ask. They've got to play the rest of this game with their 4th-string quarterback.
Eagle 15, shotgun snap, quick throw near side, is caught by Brown, got a block at the 15. He's on the sideline, the 20, running out of bounds in front of his own bench near sideline. And the Eagle 26, Curtis, a catch and run on first down of 11, and Philadelphia will move the chains.
Ross was talking earlier about this Philadelphia Eagles defense and the catch-22 of putting an extra guy down in the box and possibly giving up big plays. It's the same catch-22 for the 49ers defense with the run ability of Jalen Hurts. That time they sneak the linebacker inside, Jalen Hurts just stands up and pitches out a quick little wide receiver screen to his main guy, A.J. Brown.
It is 1st and 10, Eagles at their own 26. Shotgun snap to Hurts. It's a quick lateral throw along the 20-yard line. Caught by Brown, far sideline. Got it against his chest. Takes it by the 25 and out to the 27. Far sideline on a gain of 1 to the field wide and Ross Tucker.
Guys, I'm about 5 yards behind Brock Purdy right now on the Niners sideline. They rubbed some type of balm on his bicep and the elbow tendon on the front of it. Now they're massaging the back of his elbow right now. Obviously, Kurt and Kevin, they would not be doing those things if they weren't trying to figure out a way to be able to get him back in this game.
Wash, thank you. I know you're going to stay on top of that developing story. 2nd down 9, 27 of Philadelphia, moving in the first quarter here from right to left. There's a bobbled snap, and Hurts just has to reel it back in after it hit his hands, ricocheted to his chest. He then fell forward, grabbing the ball, pressing it against his chest, and falls down inside the hash at the line of scrimmage, the 26-yard line of Philadelphia. They lose, in fact, a yard in the play.
It looked like it was a designed quarterback run right there. Fred Warner came free on the blitz. Nobody hit Fred Warner. Not sure if Jalen Hurts gets out of it, if he catches the snap clean or not, but I think he saw him coming. His eyes came off the football. Fortunate that he was able to snag it, and there wasn't a huge mishap.
Gainwell the back, in the gun, 3rd and 10. Whistle blows. And a
first charge timeout, Philadelphia.
Eagles will take a timeout. Jalen Hurts is going to walk to the near sideline. He's been wearing a clear plastic covering on his face mask and to protect his eyes, but not today. He's taken that off. Along with Kurt Warner and Ross Tucker, I'm Kevin Harlan. Right here on Westwood One Sports Radio, you're listening to the NFC Championship game. It's presented by Intuit TurboTax. So the opening drive was taken by the Eagles from their own 34. They got a 6-yard touchdown run by Miles Sanders. 49ers got it, and they fumbled the ball. Purdy was back to throw. It was knocked out of his cocked right passing hand. It was recovered, but the Eagles could do nothing with it, and they sent it back to the Niners, who put it. Now here's Philadelphia with it, with a 3rd and 10, Kurt at their own 26.
Well, they've been able to prevent the big plays, and so they've kept the Eagles in 3rd and long situations, forcing Jalen Hurts to have to continue to dump the football down. Exactly what they've done all year and exactly what they want to do all day today.
In the gun, 4-man front. Holding Bosa for San Francisco. 3rd down, 10-26 for the Eagles. Back to pass. Hurts winds up. Long arching spiral down the sideline and incomplete to Brown, who was trying to get it in stride. He was just smoking his way down that sideline of the 25-yard line of San Francisco. Across the way. Incomplete. Overshot him. It's 4th down for the Eagles, and a player is shaken up, and that's Bosa on the field for the Niners, and 2 athletic trainers and a doctor go running out to talk to Bosa, who is staggering off the field and limping heavily.
You mentioned it before to that punt that he was down. They were looking at his leg. He's walking off, kind of tapping the inside of his left knee right there. He got rolled up on by Eric Armstead.
Turned to punt. Deep back is Ray McLeod. It's a bad punt. It's off the side of his foot. It comes to the near sideline. A flag was thrown on the play. Back in the Eagles' side of the field at the 38-yard line on the near sideline. With our clock at 9 seconds here in the first and a 7-0 Philadelphia lead, an injured San Francisco quarterback and maybe now their best pass rusher injured as well for the Niners. It has not been good. As the officials and John Hussey, this is a blended crew, by the way. Some of these members, it's not an all-star crew at all. They haven't just picked one referee, one official, one from one crew and the next. They've got at least 3 of the members of this crew. It's a blended crew, and Hussey has a lot of his own guys on it. We're in this NFC Championship game. Still meeting at midfield, and let's see here as John is going to address us from the field. It's against the Eagles. It's still discussing who it was on.
They're going to hands to face kicking team, number 27. That penalty will be tacked on from the 15 spot.
The wind is now beginning to pick up as a white mist is falling. And the wind is blowing hard enough that it's making the pants of the officials flutter. So there is a wind on the field, and it's significant. As now they're talking with the Philadelphia sideline. Well, as I cast my eyes on the far sideline, they're still working on that arm of Brock Purdy. As we still are awaiting some clarity on the field, and I think it's going to come right now. But the wind is picked up, and the temperature remains about 50 degrees. I thought he was going to address us, but I don't think he is.
Like they were going over to have a huddle. He kind of stopped in the middle of his call before. Like they were going to huddle up about something, trying to figure out where exactly to spot the ball here.
And it has not been spotted. And they're bringing the officials back to the middle and all congregating there. 5 of them right now.
I think there might have been speculation that on the punt, the ball might have hit the wire from the sky cam. It's what everybody's booing about. We knew it wasn't a very good punt, but possibly could have been because the ball hit the wire and kind of came shooting off to the side. But I think that's what the fans here were seeing on the big screen, and we're hoping that the call was going to be.
That's what we confirm whether the ball hit the wire or not. As a result, the penalty will be enforced on the 16 spot, first down. Apologies for the delay, but we wanted to confirm that.
That's why we need drones. We don't need these wires. We need drones here to do this stuff. Take these shots for television. The ball's going to be in midfield. We couldn't tell from the replay. Josh Johnson remains the San Francisco quarterback. They're right at the 50-yard line on the Eagle logo on the grass, and a 1st and 10 with the shotgun snap and a fake handoff and a line drive go up the middle, caught in stride on a crossing pattern at the 40-yard line by Deebo Samuel. Clutched it against the front of his chest. He picks up on that shallow cross 9, and he gets down to the Philadelphia 41. And zeros on the clock. And a lot of moving parts here in the first quarter, which has now come to a close. Purdy is warming up for San Francisco. His backup is on the field. The first quarter in the books and a 6-yard touchdown run on the game-opening drive by Miles Sanders of the Eagles. 7-0 Philadelphia. Let's go to the second quarter. You're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
Did you know Nissan EVs have traveled 8 billion miles? Just a quick trip to Pluto and back. And what did we learn along the way? Well, that an EV can take on the world, like the Nissan Leaf. It can move racing forward and take your breath away, like the all-new Nissan Ariya. We learned to make EVs that electrify. 8 billion miles driven by Leaf owners globally since 2010. Ariya not yet available for purchase. Expected availability late fall. Subject to change.
If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business, especially in today's economy. But over 33,000 businesses do know their numbers because they use NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite gives you visibility and control of your financials, planning, budgeting, and inventory so you can manage risk and improve margins. Everything you need, all in one place. See why NetSuite is the #1 cloud financial system. NetSuite is offering a one-of-a-kind flexible financing program. Head to netsuite.com/touchdown. netsuite.com/touchdown.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Today's broadcast of the NFC Championship game on Westwood One is sponsored in part by Barbasol Shaving Cream, Monster.com, KFC, by NerdWallet, Wrangler Jeans, and by NFL.com. You're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One. Kevin Harlan, Kurt Warner, Ross Tucker. We're going to start the second quarter with the Niners, winners of 12 consecutive games, who beat the Cowboys last week in the divisional round and in their third NFC Championship game in the last 4 years. Second straight losing at the end of one, 7-0 to Philadelphia. They've got it. 2nd down and 1. Kurt Warner at the 41 of Philly.
And a nice throw right before the break by Josh Johnson, coming out and wanting to get a good throw in, hit Debo on that crosser, setting up a 2nd and short.
Under center is Josh Johnson, 41 of Philadelphia. Snap, spin, hand off McCaffrey, and he goes like a bullet over the guard on the hash. The 40, the 35 into the 34-yard line of the Eagles, and picks up 7 yards quickly right there for the Niners.
A nice run down between the tackles. You felt coming in, this was where they were going to have an advantage, meaning the San Francisco offense. The power run game between the tackles has been where this Philadelphia Eagles team, if they've struggled anywhere all year, it's been there.
Brock Purdy is injured and on the sideline with the big wrap around his right forearm and on his elbow. Josh Johnson taking his place. It is a 1st and 10. They're in the pistol from the Eagle 34. Johnson, 5-yard snap, drops back on 1st and 10. Whistle blows, flag thrown, play stopped.
Delay again. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
The second one since he's come in. Have questions about your insurance? State Farm is there for your what-ifs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com to get a quote today.
Well, you think about a lot of things when your backup quarterback comes in and just the process that he doesn't get to be a part of in practice every week. And part of that is getting the play call in, being able to regurgitate it to your guys and get up to the line of scrimmage in a timely manner. As you said, 2 times with Josh Johnson, delay a game.
Eagle 39, 1st and 15. Shotgun snap, moves up. He's grabbed and throws it away as he was going to hit the grass. Grabbed from behind, dragged down, incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 15 back at the 39 of the Eagles.
I'm going to give Josh Johnson credit right there. There's quick pressure on him, and so many young quarterbacks would just take a sack right there, lose 6-7 yards. Josh Johnson at the last second as he's going down, finds a receiver and just throws it at his feet. Oh, and I'm wrong. They're counting it as a sack. They're moving him back, saying that he was down before the ball got out of his hands.
They just changed the play. They just changed it to a sack. 2nd down, 20, back to the Eagle 44. Johnson in the gun, drops back, 4-man rush, throws the ball, batted down at the line of scrimmage by Javon Hargrave. Incomplete. The big man got his right arm up there, swats at it. Incomplete. 3rd and 20 for the Niners, who trail 7-0 early 2nd quarter.
And these are the tough situations. As I was saying, the backup quarterback doesn't get to run a lot of plays, and you definitely don't get to run the situational plays. The 3rd and long situations, you save those opportunities for your starter. So it comes down to, you get into a situation like this, if you're Kyle Shanahan, you say, hey, we're not going to do anything to try to get the 1st down. Just get a check down, see what we can get, and play the field position game.
Eagle 44, shotgun snap, 3rd down and 20, flag thrown. He was hit as he threw. The ball goes fluttering ahead, incomplete, landing at about the Eagle 35. The officials out there was clearly an incompletion, but a flag was thrown as the ball was snapped to the quarterback at the 46 of Philadelphia.
Legal formation. Offense number 71. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
And here comes the San Francisco punting unit.
Legal formation on Big Trent Williams, their best offensive lineman. You don't hear that very often, but what usually happens is that offensive tackle gets a little too deep in his stance. You've got to be halfway up the body of the guard to that side. He was just a little bit deep there, so they didn't count him as a man on the line of scrimmage, which makes it an illegal formation.
Wisnowski will punt for San Francisco. Right leg through. It's end over end, looking up into the drizzle and the overcast. They're caught by Britton Covey back at the 6 of Philadelphia to our left. 38-yard punt. Hang time of 3.77 and a timeout taken. We're 2 minutes into the 2nd quarter. Game opening drive and Eagle touchdown. 7-0 Philadelphia. This is Westwood One's coverage of Conference Championship Sunday.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry's starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover, all for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter code FRIEND at checkout. That's harrys.com, code FRIEND. Enjoy.
Good news, New Jersey. More residents are getting quality, affordable health coverage through Get Covered New Jersey. Established by Governor Murphy, Get Covered New Jersey offers increased plan choices and more savings than ever. Open enrollment is here. If you need health insurance, now is the time to enroll. 9 in 10 people get financial help for plans that include preventive care, prescriptions, emergency services, and more. And many pay $10 a month or less. Find your plan at getcovered.nj.gov.
Town Fair Tire is Connecticut's largest name-brand discount tire dealer. We give you the guaranteed lowest prices on all name-brand tires and honor all manufacturers' rebates. We even honor our competitors' rebates. With over 100 stores from Connecticut through New England and an inventory of over 600,000 tires, you'll always get the right tire at the guaranteed lowest price. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Name-brand and discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Later on this afternoon, we'll choose the player of the game, sponsored by Wendy's. Wendy's fries are hot and crispy every single time. Natural cut, skin-on fries prepared to golden goodness, perfectly sprinkled with sea salt, just the way they should be. Choose Wendy's hot and crispy fries today. On the 6, after the San Francisco punt, Eagles moving from their 6-yard line, have it first and 10, moving left to right in the second quarter, leading 7-0 with 2 minutes gone. Shotgun snap to Hurts, hands off to Sanders, who tries to cut after going over the tackle, going for a 1-yard loss. Bosa got him and others. Back to the 5 of the Niners. Upcoming second down, 11% for the Philadelphia Eagles against the San Francisco 49ers.
Quick pressure there by Al-Shaair, getting up through the line of scrimmage, and we've seen that on a number of runs so far. Those linebackers flying through the offensive line, being able to get contact on the running backs in the backfield.
Hurts, who's got eye blocked under each eye, looking from the shotgun formation, 5 yards away from his center, second down 11. Actually backpedaling about a yard deep in the end zone. Next to him will be the running back, Sanders. Second down 11, there's the snap, the fake handoff, and Hurts is grabbed by Bosa right at the goal line and spun down at the 1 and loses 4 with a big defensive play for the Niners, and it goes back to the 1 on the sack of Hurts. 1-yard line of Philadelphia, almost a safety.
Yeah, really well played there by Nick Bosa. Saw exactly what Jalen Hurts saw as Nick Bosa comes running down the line of scrimmage. Looks like he's going to attack the running back, which is what forces Jalen Hurts to pull the football. He's able to plant that right foot in the ground and readjust and make that tackle before Jalen Hurts could get the football out of his hands.
5 defensive backs, 3rd and 15. Outside the 1 of Philly, there's a shotgun snap in the end zone to Hurts. There's a pass, far sideline, high and incomplete for Brown. At the 10, covered over there by the Amador Lenore. It's incomplete, and a quick bringing out for the Eagle offense. Here comes San Francisco's defense on the field, their punt return team. We've got the clock at 11:27 in the second, 7-0 with Philadelphia leading.
Well, you wondered coming in who was going to have the advantage, offenses or defenses, and so far the defenses from both sides have been really, really good. Outside that long 4th and 3 completion, Devontae Smith, hasn't been much happening.
Brett Kern gets it away underneath the crossbar. Ray McLeod on a bounce at the 50, gets it with his glove hands. On a bounce, he goes to the near sideline and got as far as the 46-yard line. Knocked down by Blankenship on the near sideline on a 4-yard return after Kern's 49-yard punt. But beginning in positive Field position will be San Francisco with 11:15 to play in the second. Trailing, it's 7-0 Eagles. Let's step aside. You're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just one dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
Without the ones like you who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, I'll take some. Great. And some Frank's Red Hot.
Oh, nah, I'm good.
Oh, you're just going to eat these dry, plain, boring nachos with no Frank's. Seriously? Frank it up. Frank it up. Come on, lady. Frank it up. Frank it up. Frank it up. Yeah! Hey, this guy finally gets it. Hey, look, we're on the Jumbotron.
It's the perfect blend of flavor and heat. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
Niners have it. We're in the second quarter. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves coast to coast and around the world. This is Westwood One, your home for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 57.
WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Eagles just punted for the third consecutive time. And San Francisco will begin this early second quarter drive at the 46 of Philly. With Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner, Kevin Harlan, we're in the Grainger broadcast booth. Just like football, your business wins with Speeds. Grainger's fast delivery means industrial supplies and solutions can get you with the speed you need. Call, click Grainger.com or stop by.
We talked about the 49er defense doing their job. Nobody has started inside their own 50-yard line more in the San Francisco 49ers, and here they are once again, starting in the opponent's territory.
46 of Philadelphia, under center. Johnson gets the snap, takes the handoff, drops back, screen pass, 50, caught by McCaffrey, going to block at the 40, running on the painted numbers, far side. He's knocked down by Reddick at the 36 of Philadelphia. Close to a first down, catch and run, quickly out of the backfield from Josh Johnson to Christian McCaffrey.
Love the play call. Simple little screen pass to one of your best players, get him out in space. And I was talking about field position. 28 times they started inside their opponent's territory. 12 of those on the season have led to touchdowns. Let's see if they can keep that streak going here.
Second down, 1. Niners are number 1 in yards after catch. Lining up under center, Josh Johnson with 2 tight ends. The back is McCaffrey, the 36 of Philadelphia. The snap, the spin, the pitch out. McCaffrey over the left tackle, stiff arms his way to the near side for a gain of 3, past the 35 and to the Philadelphia 34. It is a first down for the Niners. Purdy is still on the sideline, injured, down to the field, and Ross Tucker.
Well, you mentioned Purdy, Kevin. You think about it, after that Eagles' first touchdown drive, then they get the strip sack of Purdy. Purdy's hurt. Only 13 yards for the Eagles offensively since that first drive. They haven't been able to create any separation at this point, and the Niners are 34 yards away from tying this game up, which would be incredible given the circumstances so far in this game.
Well said, Ross. 34, first and 10, Eagle territory. San Francisco's backup quarterback Johnson gets it on a shotgun, throws across the middle, in stride, caught 30-yard line, reeled in after he bobbled it. McCaffrey to the 25, and brought down right there in the middle of the field on a shallow cross, and a gain of 9 on first down for San Francisco.
Really good job by Josh Johnson right there. The Eagles brought pressure, and those green jerseys were starting to close in on Josh Johnson as he's looking off to the right-hand side. Couldn't find anybody open, turns around, finds his one-on-one with his running back on the dump-off, and almost picking up a first down.
Second down and 1, and under center is Johnson against the snap, and on the quarterback sneak, pushes over his guard in center, and he gets the first down. He's to the 24-yard line. Philadelphia, and a first down again for San Francisco.
Well, I think he's weathered the storm, right? It's got to be tough to come into a game off an injury in a big moment like this. Done a nice job of settling in and making some plays for this offense.
On this rainy day, Brock Purdy has a big dark red cape on the sideline to stay warm and dry, but no signs of coming in.
Absolutely none. When you look at a quarterback like that, almost looks like he's reserved to sit over there on the sideline, not warming up, not getting work on his elbow or his arm.
There is a timeout on the field. Right now, the board shows the Eagles with 2 and complete.
The game has been stopped because we had an equipment malfunction. We have replaced the chain. We will set the play clock to 25.
That's the second consecutive week we've had a chain malfunction.
You want drones for that, too?
Yeah, I do.
Can we just get some drones for that?
Drones can do it all.
Automatic lines to go across the field. Come on, something.
In the I formation with the 1st and 10 from the Philadelphia 23. Johnson under center. Fakes the pitch. Rolls. Here comes the pressure by Graham, and he throws it away to the far sideline. Looking for Ayuk at around the 15-yard line down the far sideline. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Wisely, the veteran quarterback of many different addresses, throws it away for San Francisco.
This is the 49ers offense. Run, run, run. Now fake the toss to the left-hand side. You're going to run the naked bootleg. But as you said, Graham was not biting. He was right there in Josh Johnson's face. And a good job just tossing it out of bounds.
Johnson under center. 23 of Philadelphia, 2nd down and 10. 2 tight ends, 1 back. There's the snap, spin, handoff. McCaffrey hurdles the defender. Over the right tackle he goes. 25, breaks the tackle. It's the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. He'll burst into the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 23-yard touchdown run. And now San Francisco, in the most improbable of ways, is 1 point away from tying this game in the 2nd quarter of the NFC Championship. And McCaffrey, bad calf and all, breaking tackles, and a 23-yard touchdown run for the Niners.
Well, that's what you bring him in for. He did a little of everything. He hurdled one guy, he made another guy miss, and he ran through a 3rd guy on his way to the end zone.
Extra point to tie is away and good by Robbie Gould. We are tied at 7 with 8:29 to go in the first. The Eagles and 49ers. And touchdown runs both ways. You're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
You don't have to be from the West to live the West. You just need the spirit, the confidence, and the style. And that sense of adventure that comes with each new day. Wrangler, for the ride of life. Shop our newest styles today at Wrangler.com.
Looking for a perfect post-holiday pick-me-up? Well, treat yourself to a $5 pot pie from KFC. For a limited time, pot pies at Kentucky Fried Chicken are now just $5. Each KFC pot pie is made with a delicious mix of tender chicken, savory sauce, perfectly cooked veggies, and topped with a golden flaky crust. It really is the ultimate $5 comfort meal. Only at KFC. That's finger-licking good. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Tax extra.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare information guide absolutely free. Call 800-979-1441. That's 800-979-1441.
Monster.com can help you tackle the job hunt and make your next career move in football and in life. There's the regular season, and then there's the playoffs. Monster.com knows that scoring your next job, that's a playoffs moment. To bring your A game, you need Monster.com. With great coaching and millions of job openings, Monster.com is all you need for a strong performance when it counts. We all know the playoffs are no time for messing around. Go to Monster.com and win the job hunt. Monster.com.
Barbasol Shaving Cream is available in 5 fantastic flavors to customize your close shave. Whether it's original, soothing aloe, or Pacific Rush, there's one for every face. Find your favorite Barbasol today.
Barbasol. Well, since McCaffrey was traded from Carolina to San Francisco, 12-0, the record of the Niners. He just had a 23-yard touchdown run as he hurdled and broke tackles and took it in. And the extra point ties the game with 8.5 to play in the second quarter. The reimagined Pro Bowl presented by Verizon is headed back to Las Vegas. Tickets start as low as $35. It's next Sunday, February 5th, 12 p.m. Pacific time at Allegiant Stadium in downtown Las Vegas on the Strip. Visit ProBowl.com/tickets to buy your tickets today. Offense of San Francisco lost their starting quarterback, Brock Purdy, in the first series. Hit by Reddick. Hurt his arm. They bring in Johnson, and they get a touchdown. Here is the kickoff after the touchdown run by San Francisco, which taken in the end zone by Boston Scott. Goes to a knee. Touchback to the 25 and a 1st and 10 for Philadelphia quarterback Jalen Hurts.
Well, we talked about this 49er team and their ability to weather the storm of the injury to Brock Purdy, the fumble on that same injury. Josh Johnson coming in, hasn't really done a whole lot through the air, but you need the other guys to step up, and that's exactly what Christian McCaffrey did there with that huge touchdown run.
The quarterback Hurts is in the gun from his own 25 with the 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, handoff goes to Sanders over the left guard into the 29-yard line of the Eagles on a gain of 4 on the hash mark. Our score here in Philadelphia, 7-7, Niners and Eagles. Listening to the NFC Championship game presented by Intuit TurboTax. 2nd down 6, Kurt.
And you really haven't seen this Eagles team push the ball down the field at all. That's really been their MO all years. They love to throw the one-on-one go routes on the outside. Just haven't got the opportunity so far in this game.
And as the back hurts in the gun, he crouches so low like a catcher in baseball. He gets the snap on the 2nd down and 6 from his own 29. He hands off to Sanders, who goes over the left guard. Running down the hash, takes it to the 33 of Philadelphia, and picks up 4 right there, bringing up 3rd and short. Clock here in the second quarter is ticking at 7:35, and we're tied at 7.
That was a nice hole right there. I thought he was going to walk for the 1st down, and the really good young safety Hufanga for the 49ers comes up and fills the hole and stops him in his tracks, forcing a 3rd down.
3rd down and 2. Hurts wiping his hands and the towel off his belt on this misty 50-degree overcast day in Pennsylvania. 3rd down, 2 in the gun. There's the shotgun snap. It's a fake, and Hurts will take it by himself, trying to run, hit behind the line of scrimmage, pushes his way for a yard. He goes over the left tackle as he cut on the wet grass and was down at the 34 of the Eagles and shy of the 1st down. And the offense will stay on the field on a 4th and less than a yard with the score tied at 7.
I can't believe they're going to go for this right here. Although they've been extremely good at the quarterback sneak with Jalen Hurts. They've got so many different things that they do out of this formation. But, man, if they don't get it.
4th and 1, there's the snap. He's got 2 running backs in back of him as he gets the snap, and Hurts takes it himself on the quarterback sneak. And with the shove of his teammates on his back and on his legs and behind, he is crushed by the 35 and gets the 1st down, running over the center on the quarterback sneak and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
Well, nobody has been better at this than Jalen Hurts and this Philadelphia Eagles team. Get him up under center, and they put one guy on each side of him to be able to push and shove. But, man, 49ers did a nice job. He barely got that ball across the line, but just enough for the 1st down.
Hurts is going to send his receiver, Smith, in motion. In the gun, just beyond his 35, 1st and 10, Philadelphia. Shotgun snap is held high. The big handoff, a left tackle blocking a quick go to the far side, caught by Sanders, brought down by Hufanga in front of his own bench. He got to the 39, and he picks up 3. Quickly converging, San Francisco's defense has been absolutely fantastic in this game so far. 2nd down coming up for the Eagles, and the clock at 5.5 in the second quarter.
They're once again trying to get down the field. Deep post route on the outside. Dallas Goedert running a deep corner route. Good pass-off coverage by the 49ers. Safety's taking the post. Corner taking the corner route. Got to dump it off once again.
39-yard line of Philadelphia. Second down, 6. Back to pass in the gun. Hurst lines up. Arching spiral. Down the near sideline. Leaping attempt. Broken up at the 25. Down the near sideline in front of the Philadelphia bench. Deep in San Francisco territory. Going for Devontae Smith. The coverage by Treverius Ward of the Niners.
Well, I was waiting for it. I said that they get the one-on-one on the outside. They love to throw the go routes. That was one-on-one. Ward against Smith. Had the same on the other side. Decided to go to Smith right there, and really good coverage by Ward. Little hesitation. Devontae Smith goes up for it. The ball actually hits him in the chest, but would have been a really tough catch with the great coverage by Ward.
Gainwell will join the quarterback. Hurts in the gun. Third down, 6. Philly 1 of 6 on third down from their 39. Shotgun snap, crumbling pocket. A throw is almost picked off right up the middle at the 45 and a flag. It was almost picked off on the play by the nickelback, Jimmy Ward, between the hash marks at the 45-yard line of Philadelphia on the short up the middle throw, and flag was thrown immediately.
Well, let's see if the penalty was on Ward. I think it was. He got
pass interference. Defense number 1. Ball places on the foul. Automatic. First down.
He got both of his hands outside the arms of A.J. Brown, who was running a 5-yard in route, so much so that Brown had to run his route, and he had to spin back from the outside towards his quarterback as he got spun around by the contact. So as much as they didn't want it, that was definitely a good call by the officials there.
This is an Eagle offense rated number 3. 49ers are the number 1 defense in pro football. With the penalty to the 42-yard line of Philadelphia, 1st and 10. Hurts in the gun, crouching low. There's the shotgun snap. He looks to the near side, runs to the near side, drifting to the sideline. No one open, so he throws it away. And it's incomplete. It'll be second down and 10. We're tied at 7. We're just under 5 to play in the second quarter. Coming up, don't miss all the NFL excitement on CBS. It's the AFC Championship game between the Chiefs and Bengals. Catch your local listings for more details. Catch the NFL playoffs on CBS. Second down, 10. Eagles moving from left to right. Little mist here, 50-degree day into the wind. Second down from the 42-yard line of Philadelphia. Hurts in the gun, goes low, gets the snap, looks right, no, looks left, crumbling pocket, he escapes. Runs laterally in the 35 to the far sideline, cuts on the wet grass and falls down at the 39. Hit by Ryder on the play. Hyder coming through, bringing him down, and they lose about 3 and a flag thrown.
Illegal use of the hand to the face. Defense. Number 96. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
Defensive lineman T.Y. McGill.
Wow. The Eagles have nothing going offensively. Jalen Hurts can't find a guy open. That particular play, he read the wrong direction on the pass concept. Nothing there. Gets to the outside and making a mistake, not throwing the football away. Lost 4 yards. Yet they find themselves with another first down because of a defensive penalty.
Hurts in the gun. First and 10 from his own 47. And somebody moves. And it's going to be on Philadelphia. False start. With the clock at 4:36 in the second quarter.
False start. Offense number 56. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Starting right guard, Sayamalo. Will pick it up. They'll move it back. Rushing touchdowns both ways. Opening score. Opening possession. Eagles took it from their 34. A 6-yard touchdown run for Miles Sanders. The next possession, San Francisco's first. Brock Purdy was hurt as he was throwing. He was taken out. Josh Johnson put in. And the 49ers just got a 23-yard touchdown run to tie the game from McCaffrey. Now the ball back to the 42 of Philadelphia. It's first and 15. Shotgun snap, back to pass. Hurts got the block from the right guard. He throws a short pass up the middle. It's a belt-high crouching catch at the 45-yard line by Goddard. He backpedals to the 46 on the hash mark and picks up 4 on that little throw up the middle by Hurts, Kurt Warner.
Good decision right there. You know, you get into a first down and 15. Times you're telling yourself as a quarterback, just get those 5 yards back from the penalty. We'll live with second and 10. We got 2 snaps to be able to get to 10 yards. You don't have to try to get it all back on one.
Second down 10. The ball's at the 46 of Philadelphia. Hurts is in the gun, 4 wide, looks into the nickel, shotgun snap. There's a 4-man rush and a quick throw up the middle, caught by Gainwell. He's at the 50 and breaks a tackle with the stiff arm. He breaks another tackle with the stiff arm on the far side, gets to the 45 of San Francisco. Running on the far side of the field. He picks up 8 on that pass up the middle, and it now will become 3rd down and 2 for the Eagles.
A good decision by Jalen Hurts, but it looks to me like you've got a young quarterback that's not seeing the field very well. He's getting back. His feet are antsy. He's kind of bouncing around back there like he doesn't know what he's looking at. When you get into a situation like that, find yourself some easy completions. He goes back and he jumps it to his back right away, puts him in a 3rd and short.
45 of San Francisco, Eagles 3rd and 2, shotgun snap handoff. Gainwell, and he goes rocketing down the middle for 4. I mean, hit the hole hard, squirts through, gets to the 41 of the Niners, running over the guard on the hash into the San Francisco 41. It's an Eagle first down.
Basically the same play they've run on 3 third downs and short up to this point. Bit of a zone read to the backside where Jalen Hurts can pull it. He's pulled it a couple times. That time he gives it. They pick up the first down.
San Francisco 41, shotgun snap, 1st and 10. Gainwell. Oh, he bursts free, 40 on the far side, a block at the 35, 30, angling to the far sideline, the 25 of San Francisco, and racked out of bounds at the 24. Into the Niner bench, far side, Kenneth Gainwell out of Memphis with a 17-yard run, a slashing move, and a first down for Philly. We have reached the 2-minute warning. It is sponsored by First Alert. Did you know carbon monoxide is odorless and invisible? Help protect your family by installing First Alert carbon monoxide alarms on every level and in every bedroom. Visit firstalert.com for CO alarms and safety tips. The 2-minute warning of a weird first half. We're tied at 7, rushing touchdowns both ways. Let's step aside as you're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
Did you know that carbon monoxide is odorless and invisible? And the only way to detect it is by installing carbon monoxide or CO alarms. First Alert is reminding you to install CO alarms on every level and in every bedroom of your home. Also, remember, alarms don't last forever and need to be replaced at least every 5 to 10 years, depending on your alarm. Protect your home and family with safety you can trust by visiting firstalert.com and Lowe's stores for your carbon monoxide alarms.
It's the final days to save big store-wide at the Truckload event at Lowe's. Right now, get deals on select major appliances and take home what you buy same day. And save an additional 10% on all in-store clearance appliances. Plus, get savings on even more items across the store, like up to 40% off select bathroom products. Hurry and head to your local Lowe's store or visit Lowe's.com to shop the Truckload event today. Exclusions apply. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Valid 126 through 28.
Finding quality candidates for your small business is no little league game. That's why Indeed can help you cover all your hiring bases. Their all-in-one hiring platform has smart tools to help you attract, screen, and interview quality candidates. With Instant Match, the moment you sponsor a post on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from their resume database that fit your job description. Learn more at Indeed.com/credit to expand your team today. That's Indeed.com/credit.
What does it feel like to file with TaxSlayer and get your guaranteed maximum refund? It feels like the last level of a video game, facing off against the final boss who stands between you and your refund.
All your refunds belong to me.
Using the power of TaxSlayer like a secret power-up he doesn't see coming.
Only the most tax confident can defeat me.
Throwing your laptop at his video game face and watching him crumble into a giant pile of shiny coin tax refunds.
Oh, not fair. Do use TaxSlayer.
Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
This drive for the Eagles began at their 25. Now they've got it 1st and 10 here at the 2-minute warning with 2 timeouts at the 24 of San Francisco and a tie game at 7 apiece. Gainwell with a 17-yard run moments ago. In the shotgun, 1st and 10, it's a snap to Hurts, who hands off to Sanders, who runs laterally along the 30, comes to the near sideline 25, and run out of bounds at the 23 on a gain of a yard. San Francisco's 23, 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Eagles. 3 timeouts for the Niners, and like I said, 2 Kurt for the Eagles.
Another nice play by Nick Bosa. Step down, but then he's able to force Sanders up the field giving his linebacker, Fred Warner, the ability to get out there with his speed and lead to just a 1-yard gain.
Hurts wiping his hands on that towel off his belt. 23-yard line of San Francisco. 2nd and 9. The Philadelphia quarterback. It's the shotgun snap. Cocks his arm. Pump fakes. Now flush from the pocket. Running to the near side. Along the 40 and throws out of bounds on the near sideline. And a flag at the 12. Flag at the 12 with 1:46 to play before halftime.
I think they're going to get defensive holding here once again and get a benefit of a third big penalty on this drive by the 49ers defense.
And that really has been the issue.
Before the quarterback left the pocket, illegal contact, defense number 7. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
Man, it has been the story. This whole drive, Jalen Hurts hasn't really made any plays with his arm. Had a couple nice runs, but it's been aided by those 3 penalties. When we saw the opening drive go for a touchdown, the Eagles were really good on opening drives coming in. They're also very good at scoring in the last 2 minutes. 13 times this year they scored in the last 2 minutes of a half. And they're setting themselves up to do that once again today.
Yeah, the 1st and 10. The penalty pushes them to the 18-yard line of San Francisco. Shotgun snap, handoff. Goes to Sanders, gets a block from Lane Johnson to the far side. Stiff-arms his way to the 15. And out of bounds across the way to the San Francisco 13 on a gain of 5. Lead blockers ahead, and a stiff arm bought him another couple yards. The clock is at 1:40 and stop. We're tied at 7. And the Eagles are in the red zone, threatening with the 2nd and 5 coming up.
And it's fun to watch the linebackers of the 49ers. Jason Kelsey got out there one-on-one on Dre Greenlaw. He's able to throw him to the ground and chuck him and still chase down Sanders to the sideline.
2nd down and 5. Shotgun snap, handoff goes to the running back. Sanders over the tackle, the 10, the 5, and he's in for the 13-yard touchdown run on the 14th play of the drive. And the Eagles have recaptured the lead with 1:36 to go before halftime. Another rushing touchdown for 1,000-yard back Miles Sanders.
Looked like the same play that they ran for the first touchdown. Pulling Jason Kelsey out in front. Just a sweep to the left-hand side. And he was untouched all the way to the end zone. But the 49ers are going to be kicking themselves after that drive. Because it was really, as we said, aided by those 3 huge penalties.
Jake Elliott's extra point for Philadelphia to our right into the wind, and rain is good. And 1:36 to go before halftime. And a new score, and for the 2nd time this afternoon, the Eagles have captured the lead. They're on top, 14-7, 1:36 to go over San Francisco. You're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Hello there. My name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is you're going to get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. This is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches.
Order the original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
At NerdWallet, we often see people blocked when making financial decisions. Take Harold.
Coach, these credit card offers, they're everywhere.
Harold, look, it's tough out there, but you have got this. With NerdWallet on your team, you will make the smartest play with side-by-side comparisons of top credit cards.
Whoa, a card that rewards me for buying sports gear. Let's go get that cash back, team.
NerdWallet, the smartest decision for all your financial decisions.
Eagles have just taken the lead again on top with the 2nd rushing touchdown, 14-7 over San Francisco. We check the drive summary, which is sponsored by Monster.com. Monster.com can help you tackle the job search and make your next career move. It's time to get off the sideline. Go to Monster.com and win the job hunt. 14-play drive, 75 yards. 3 defensive penalties against San Francisco, aiding that drive. 6:53 on the clock. And they converted a key 4th and 1 at their own 34, which was huge. And the lead now 14-7, Kurt Warner, just before halftime here in Philadelphia.
Well, we've talked a couple times today about your backup quarterback goes in, a guy that hasn't been there all that long, in Josh Johnson, and you get into situational football. And it's so hard in situational football because just like this, what do you do with a minute 36 to go? Do you run a 2-minute drill? Josh Johnson probably has never run a 2-minute drill with the 49ers to understand that situation. It's usually something you run once or twice a week in practice, and all those reps go to your starter.
Here's the Philadelphia kickoff after the touchdown. It's on the ground. It bounces by the 10, the 5, and trickles into the end zone. Oozing out of the end zone. Touchback to the 25. San Francisco will get it first down and 10. The Niners have 3 timeouts, and their quarterback, Josh Johnson, who's taken the place of the injured Brock Purdy. Through the air, he has gone 3 of 6 for 27, but relying on the supporting cast, Kurt, more than anything else, the 4th different Niner quarterback this season.
Yeah, so I would expect them here to just be safe. Throw a little screen, hand the football off. I know Josh Johnson played a lot of football, but not a lot of football in this 49er offense, and you don't want to make a mistake at this point.
In the gun, drops back, 1st and 10, quick slant, caught by Samuel, broke a tackle at the 35, leaps ahead, falls on the grass at the 37. He caught it in stride, a line drive throw of 11, the gain to the 36 of San Francisco. No huddle here. Clock is ticking, 3 timeouts. Shotgun snap, bobbled by the quarterback. It's loose, and he has to fall on the ball, and it is still loose, and they all go jumping on it. San Francisco has already fumbled once today, and they have yet to declare as they unravel the bodies, and now they say the Eagles have gotten the ball on a fumble by the San Francisco quarterback, Josh Johnson.
Oh, my goodness. Tragedy strikes right there. Looked like it was a good snap. He just bobbled it, and it went to the ground. And it looked as if he was going to go and jump on the football. No harm, no foul from that perspective. But as he went down to the ground, the ball just bounces funny sometimes. He got kicked by his offensive line, comes squirting out of there. And one of those green jersey guys was able to wrestle it away at the bottom of the pile and set up his offense for a huge, huge opportunity right here.
Well, they lead by 7. They take over at the 30 of San Francisco with the second turnover. This has been something that the Niners just have not done this season. But under the circumstances, it exploits that statistic even more. 2 quarterback fumbles. 1st and 10, Hurts, 30 of San Francisco. Shotgun snap. Drop back 3. Line drive down the middle. Caught just high at the 25 by Goddard between the hash marks to pick up a 5. He is engulfed there. 2nd down 5. They're not going to huddle. They're going to be at the line. 2nd down 5. The first half clock is ticking at 54 seconds. Eagles lead by 7. 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Hurts. He throws a short lateral throw to the tight end, 25. He then hurdles over a defender, goes head over heels to the 20, picks up 5. That is a first down for Philadelphia on 2 short passes to their tight end, Goddard.
Well, that's been the story of their pass game. Dink, 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 dink. But they've been in situations to be able to do it.
Hurts is in the gun, the 20 of San Francisco, shotgun snap, and it's a handoff, and it comes to the near side. Boston Scott runs laterally on the 25, a stiff arm, a face mask, and a flag as he goes out of bounds at about the 24 of San Francisco. He loses 4 in the play, but the stiff arm, and let's see what they call here. Greenlaw is the one to grab. In fact, they were grabbing each other's face mask at the same time.
That's usually going to go with the offense for sure, but that was a 4-yard loss either way, just as he's going out of bounds. It happens sometimes, right? You go up there, everything's going fast, you're just reaching to grab something.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 57. The run into behind the line, so we enforce that 15-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Another San Francisco defensive penalty.
And just as I was saying, just got up a little bit high as he's trying to grab something, grabs the face mask. It's the right call, but again, an unfortunate call right there because Wasn't anything malicious, just got his hand up a little bit too high, but you're right. Setting them up once again on the 10-yard line with a chance for more points is this 49er defense.
First and goal at the 10. Hurts in the gun. Scott off his right hip, 4 wide. He looks into the San Francisco nickel. Hurts, right foot ahead of his left, crouching low, shotgun snap, hands off to Scott, over the right tackle, the 10 to the near sideline, the 5, a block at the pylon, and a touchdown! Boston Scott sprinting in on a 10-yard touchdown run, and the Eagles have scored again to build their lead to 2 touchdowns over the 49ers.
Well, Nick Sirianni said, I'm going to get tricky. I ran to the left side twice for touchdowns. I'm going to turn around and run the same play to the right side and see if we can fool them. And sure enough, once again, getting around the edge, Boston Scott using that speed to turn the corner and get inside the pylon.
They're going to go for 2. With their clock at 16 seconds before halftime, they cash in on the fumble by Josh Johnson. They did not take advantage of the fumble by Purdy earlier in the game, but they do cash in on this. And a timeout has been taken with 16 seconds to go, and the Eagles lining up to go for 2 after the 10-yard touchdown run by Boston Scott, a little 5'6" running back out of Louisiana Tech, who they got off the New Orleans practice squad 3 years ago.
I know you're into drones. That must mean you're into analytics, too. Why are we going for 2 right here? I don't understand why we don't just take the points. Why are we going for 2?
Now they're going to go for 1.
See, he heard me. He doesn't buy into the drones. He's not buying into analytics. Just kick the ball and take the points.
So the fumble comes back to bite San Francisco with 2 turnovers on their second quarterback. And the second different running back is taking it in for the Eagles. Sanders with 2 touchdown runs, and Boston Scott a 10-yarder to the near side with some good blocking ahead. Elliott will try the extra point for the Eagles. Swinging his way, Cruz sweeping it for 1, and it's 21-7 Philadelphia. And the Eagles, Kurt, have had 14 points scored in the span of 1 minute and 20 seconds. Along with Kurt Warner and Ross Tucker, Kevin Harlan on Westwood One. You're listening to the NFC Championship game presented by Intuit TurboTax. 21-7 Philadelphia.
Man, wow. And we talked about how good they were at scoring in the last 2 minutes. Got the one long drive aided by those penalties. Then they get the turnover and another penalty that gets them in the end zone again within the last 2 minutes. Just one of those things. We talked about how well this 49er team had weathered the storms of the early injury and some of the things that had happened with Josh Johnson coming in. But, man, these last 2 minutes have really turned the tails of this football game.
The Eagles are going to kick off with 16 seconds to play before halftime here in front of a raucous crowd at Full House at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Eagles will kick off from left to right. With 3 rushing touchdowns, the boot here by Elliott is 3 yards deep in the end zone. Ray McLeod will take it up the middle of the 10. Cuts outside the 20. Swerves his way to the 30. Goes up now to the 35. Running inside the painted numbers. And he's out beyond the 40-yard line. Let's see where they mark him down on that run with the clock at 10 seconds. They'll put him right at the 40 of San Francisco.
That's a great return, right? You got 3 timeouts left, but I don't think you can take advantage of it, right?
10 seconds,
you can't put this quarterback, your 4-string quarterback, in the position to have to drop back and chunk this ball down the field unless you're just saying, hey, we don't think it'll turn into points the other way, but again, you have to feel like they're just going to be safe.
They've got 4 wide, 3 on the near side, back to pass, 1st and 10, shotgun throw to the far sideline, incomplete because the pressure was heavy and hot, and it was an incomplete throw, and it was coming from Ndamukong Suh on that defensive line, pressuring the backup quarterback for the 49ers, making it 2nd down and 10 and 5 seconds to play before halftime with the Niners down by 2 touchdowns.
They had Christian McCaffrey just running a choice route out into the right flat, and I believe this was one of those where Josh you're going back and you're looking at Christian. If he's open, throw it to him. If he's not, just throw this thing out of bounds. He wasn't looking for anybody else on the field, just being smart.
5 in the secondary, second down 10. Inside the 40 of San Francisco, the shotgun snap and a short lateral throw to the far side, caught by Samuel, 35-40, got a block, breaks the tackle, 50, goes to the far sideline, caught showing 0, down he goes, a 13-yard catch and run, maybe some momentum, and that's what they're looking for now, perhaps going into the second half. But boy, when you lose your starting quarterback, who is your third stringer coming in anyway, on the first series of the NFC Championship game on the road against this defense, hold on to your hats.
Well, and I think you would have been fine going in 14-7 at the half, knowing you're getting the ball out in the second half. It was that huge fumbled snap, Josh Johnson not being able to get back on it, that really has made this tough with the situation that you're talking about.
It's the Eagles in the NFC Championship game on top of San Francisco, 21-7. That's the end of the first half. When we come back, our host Scott Graham joins us from the Progressive Insurance Studios with our halftime report. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers today. You're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
NFL Plus is here, which means no matter where you are, this is how you football. Let's go! You can stream all playoff games and Super Bowl 57 live on your phone or tablet. 45-minute game replays with NFL Plus Premium and more. This is the NFL for every fan. This is football freedom. This is your game on the go. Wherever you are, this is how you football. Go to plus.nfl.com and sign up today. Terms and conditions apply.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Scott Graham from our Westwood One studios. We've reached halftime in Philadelphia, and the Eagles, with a scoring flurry in the last 96 seconds, have a 21-7 lead over the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Championship game. Now 30 minutes away from a trip to the Super Bowl. Who might they be facing there if they win here? We're going to find out when this one is done as we go out to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City for the Chiefs and the Bengals. Now, these two teams saw one another back in Week 13, a fact not lost on Bengals head coach Zach Taylor.
Whether you want to look at it as a divisional team or not, it does feel the same. You played a team twice in the last month and a half, and I feel like we've done that a lot. I think we've only played 4 teams this year, I think, and that's certainly what it feels like in these last 2 months.
Of course, the big headline in this one is the health of the right ankle of Patrick Mahomes, who spent the week trying to get ready after his high ankle sprain. He gave an update on Friday.
Obviously, I feel like I can still do a lot of things, but it's gonna. We'll see during the game. I mean, all I can do is prepare myself the best way possible, and then when we get in the game, you hope adrenaline kind of takes over, and you can make those throws when you need to.
So as we get you ready for this one, let's turn our attention to Arrowhead Stadium, and standing by with us live, the two guys who are going to be calling the action, Ian Eagle and Tony Vaselli. Guys, we know these teams play tight ball games, but that Patrick Mahomes question is the big one out there going in.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Scott, and obviously leading into this one, all the anticipation. It's about the quarterbacks, it's about Mahomes, it's about Burrow. But, Tony, I just think back to a year ago. It has this feeling of deja vu. You and I were in the same exact place, same exact situation, yet a year ago, Cincinnati didn't have the cachet that they have now. There's a different vibe around the Bengals because of what they did last year, going to the Super Bowl, and what they've done in the postseason so far. They're getting it done on both sides of the ball.
And one guy is responsible for that swagger and that vibe and that feeling in Cincinnati, and it's Joe Burrow. Everything changed when he showed up in Cincinnati, and this is a franchise that has been to a couple Super Bowls but never won one, but was probably on the lowest end of the NFL spectrum as far as wins and losses of teams in the last generation. He shows up, and they are a juggernaut, and they get better in the playoffs. They get better late in the year. They're not afraid to go on the road. We've seen it last week in Buffalo. You and I saw it here. And they're a different team because of them, and he's one of those guys, and Patrick Mahomes is similar, where everyone just plays a little bit better when that guy's behind center.
Offensive line last week, huge question mark because of the injuries. They came out of it looking really strong. So if that was an area of concern, does it carry over to this week in your perspective for Cincinnati?
Yeah, I think it does. And here's the reality. Joe Burrow gets rid of the ball quick. And because he's so good on the front end of identification of the defense and understanding where he wants to go. And then the big thing that helped him last week, Ian, is the run game. Joe Mixon has not had a great year. They were poor running the ball overall this season. And that was one of the most physical games I've seen them play, and they ran it effectively, and that offensive line, give them credit, got after the Bills' front.
Kansas City, 5 straight conference championship appearances. This team is still stacked, and this team believes they can be a Super Bowl champion.
Well, it's a different team than we've seen in the past because no Tyreek Hill, so you don't have the speed over the top, but they still got the best tight end in the game, and maybe one of the best tight ends ever played, Travis Kelce. And with him and Mahomes, and everyone's questioning, can Mahomes move around because that's so much of his game outside the pocket, extending plays? He is one of those guys that is special, and he's had a high ankle sprain in the past. And Andy Reid says it's not as bad as this. This one's not as bad. And the last time he had a high ankle sprain, Ian, he lit it up the week after.
Kelce dealing with back spasms will have his official status coming up. It is the rematch of last year's AFC Championship game, the Bengals and the Chiefs. Right now we send it back to Scott Graham in our Westwood One studios. Scott.
All right, thank you, guys. All the action to that AFC title game from Arrowhead Stadium's right here on most of these same Westwood One stations via the NFL app or Alexa-enabled devices online on our website at westwoodonesports.com. Our halftime score right now in Philly, the Eagles 21, the 49ers 7. This is Westwood One's coverage of Conference Championship Sunday.
Kansas City Steak Company, another AmericanEagle.com success story. Started in 1932 as a family-owned butcher shop, today they're a leading distributor of superior all-American steaks delivered right to your door, ready for the grill and your taste buds. When it came to their website, an average site wouldn't do. They chose AmericanEagle.com to take their website to the next level. With a dramatic increase in competition and a softening market demand, they had 2 challenges: improve their brand presence and message, and produce a positive return. AmericanEagle.com got to work and executed usability studies and detailed audits of site experience, digital assets, and marketing. The results, an integrated digital marketing and customer experience plan, organic traffic increase of 20%, and a long-term roadmap for success. If you love great steaks, go to KansasCitySteaks.com for website design, development, and online solutions that bring efficiency and results. Visit AmericanEagle.com. If you need a results-driven website, call the team at AmericanEagle.com at 877-WebNow1. That's 877-WebNow1.
Hello, I'm David Figueroa, co-founder of Melinda's Craft Pepper Sauces. Over 30 years ago, my brother Greg and I set out on a mission to offer the world a better hot sauce. We felt that most hot sauces were just basic, and let's face it, basic is boring. Since introducing Melinda's Original Habanero Pepper Sauce, we've launched 31 more exciting and delicious sauces, like our Ghost Pepper Sauce, our Thai Sweet Chili, and our newest and best-selling Black Truffle Hot Sauce. People ask us, what makes Melinda's so good? Well, we think it's our approach to making sauces. We think like chefs do. Instead of just burning someone with hot peppers and vinegar, we use fresh plant-based ingredients like carrots, onions, garlic, limes, and the finest chili peppers to set your mouth on flavor. They're really fantastic, and once you try one, you'll want to try them all. We'd love for you to try them, and right now, you can get a 10-pack of our best-selling sauces with free shipping at melindas.com. That's MELINDAS.com. melindas.com.
Right foot ahead of his left, bouncing low, shotgun snap, hands off to Scott, over the right tackle, the 10 to the near sideline, the 5, a block at the pylon, and a touchdown! Boston Scott sprinting in on a 10-yard touchdown run, and the Eagles have scored again to build their lead to 2 touchdowns over the 49ers.
2 scores in 1:20, building up this 14-point halftime lead for Philadelphia. Welcome back to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One. From the Progressive Insurance Studios, I'm Scott Graham. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save nearly $700 on average. Call or click today to find out if Progressive could save you hundreds on your car insurance. Tough hang in the first half, as the kids say, for the San Francisco 49ers and their fans. We'll see if they can improve and they can find some offense in the second. Our halftime score, Philadelphia 21, San Francisco 7. When we return, Kevin Harlan and Kurt Warner will have the second half kickoff. You're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
This is an important notice to consumers facing $10,000 or more in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt. You may not be required to pay it all back because there are special programs now in effect that will significantly reduce the amount you will owe if you qualify. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. These programs, which the credit card companies like to keep secret, exist to aid American consumers struggling with overwhelming credit card debt by offering tremendous savings and real debt relief. Accredited Debt Relief has established a special hotline for you to call and learn what savings you qualify for. They've helped qualify consumers with over $1 billion in debt and are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. So don't wait. Get the relief you need during these hard economic times. For this free information, call the Accredited Debt Relief Hotline now. Call 800-885-5566. 800-885-5566. That's 800-885-5566.
This week, Staples has deals so good, you're going to want to sit down. Are you sitting? I'll wait. Great. Right now during Staples Sit-a-thon, select chairs are more than 50% off. Like the leather Vortex gaming chair, now just $119.99 at Staples. You save $140. Plus get 2 2-ounce bottles of Purell hand sanitizer, free with the Staples Connect app. So take a seat or two. Right now at Staples, the working, learning, and saving store. Offers end 2/4. Chair offer valid in-store and online. Purell Limit 2, in-store only, while supplies last.
Young people with developmental disabilities deserve every chance for a full and active life. But it can be difficult to balance their day-to-day needs with their lifetime of potential. Hi, I'm Kurt Warner. My wife Brenda and I started Treasure House, a community for young adults with developmental disabilities who have the potential to grow and thrive in the right environment. It's designed not just to be a place to live, but to truly be a home. Join us in supporting these young adults by making a contribution today. Visit treasurehouse.org. That's treasurehouse.org.
Welcome back to Philadelphia. We have Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner on our sideline. Ross Tucker, Kevin Harlan at halftime. It's a 21-7 Philadelphia Eagle lead on the San Francisco 49ers. Eagles have had 3 touchdown runs by 2 different running backs and 3 red zone touchdowns on their 3 red zone possessions. Sanders with 2 touchdown runs for the Eagles, who lead it as we go to the third quarter, 21-7. Let's check the halftime stats, sponsored by KFC. For a limited time, KFC's Pot Pies are just $5. That really is the ultimate $5 comfort meal. Only at KFC. That is finger-licking good. So the quarterback, Brock Purdy, who came in with all the talk about a rookie on the road trying to win in the conference championship game, was injured on the first series of the game on a drive and a sack and a deflected ball by Hassan Reddick, and he left the game and they went to Josh Johnson. And he's the backup in the 4th different quarterback the 49ers have used this season.
Yeah, such an unfortunate situation. You know, it's a play that happens so many times throughout the course of a season. You're going to throw, you get hit while you're throwing. So what? No big deal. Get up, rub it off, and go. But unfortunately, it looked like it was a forearm-to-forearm hit by Hassan Reddick on Brock Purdy. He was warming up after that, and it just looked as if he just couldn't go. Whatever the issue was, we haven't heard anything yet, but unfortunate that you have to come into this situation with a really good football team, chance to go to the Super Bowl, and unfortunately you're down a little bit because you've got to go with your 4th-string quarterback that hasn't been here all that long.
Fans are still coming back into the seats after the long halftime. Kurt's favorite performer, DJ Jazzy Jeff, performed with a little bit of a light mist falling here in Philadelphia this afternoon. Eagles will kick off from our left to our right. It's an end-over-end boot. It'll go about 7 yards deep in the end zone and over the head of Ray McLeod. He will leave it there. The Niners will get it with the touchback. 1st and 10 at their own 25, and to the field live in Ross Tucker.
Guys, I got a chance to hear from both head coaches at halftime. Kyle Shanahan just kept talking
about the turnovers and the penalties and used some words I am definitely not allowed to say on the radio in describing them. Meanwhile, for Nick Sirianni, he loves the way they're running the football, that he doesn't notice a difference in the Niners offense with Josh Johnson out here, but they need to make sure they tackle all game long.
Johnson is under center, 1st and 10, San Francisco 25, gets the snap, pitches to McCaffrey, directed left and tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and hit by Josh Sweat, and they lose 3 as he was running to the near side laterally and down Kurt back to the 22 of the 49ers.
I definitely don't think you can put this game on Josh Johnson to throw 30 times here in the second half, but I do believe they're going to have to generate some kind of a big play or two in this second half. They're going to have to take their chances, whether it's off a play action or let him drop back. I just don't know if they've got enough to just be able to work the football down the field and come back down 14.
49er 22, second down 13, shotgun snap, messy pocket, short throw on a shallow cross and incomplete for Samuel, thrown low, almost uncatchable as he was only about 10 yards in front of the quarterback, Josh Johnson. It's incomplete, 3rd and 13.
And they were motioning George Kittle from the left to the right in front of the snap. And Josh never looked over to that side, but they completely dropped George Kittle on the right-hand side on a little swing route. Most of the concept was going back left. I'm sure Kittle was the last read, but if he could have found a way to get the ball to him on the right-hand side, that big play I was talking about was sitting right there for him.
3rd down, 13, first possession of the second half. San Francisco at their 22. In the shotgun is Johnson. There's a 4-man rush. There's the snap. He'll throw a pass. Wobbly near side. Caught. 35-yard line near side. It's Kittle to the 40 and out of bounds on the near sideline and shoved into the Philadelphia bench below us to the 44 of San Francisco on a catch and run by the Niner tight end of 22 on a wobbly throw and a first down for the San Francisco 49ers.
And he ran that route against Bradbury. They're really good left cornerback. He pushes up, starts like he's going to run an in route, and then pivots back to the outside. Bradbury jumped the inside portion of it, so they missed the big play on the last one, but he comes back to him here and finds that big play.
Kittle gets his first reception since the opening drive. Niners in their white jerseys and gold pants moving from right to left on the grass from their own 44. Shotgun snap, flag, whistle, play stopped. A minute and a half into the third quarter. And San Francisco on the move and down by 2 touchdowns.
Prior to the ball being snapped, delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
To Ross Tucker.
Just to piggyback off of something Kurt was saying, something I noticed all week watching the tape of the 49ers, they are not good in obvious passing situations. To Kurt's point, even though it's 2 touchdowns, there's a lot of game left to be played. Their guard, even McGlinchey at right tackle, struggle in one-on-one pass pro, obvious passing situations. They can't come out here, guys, and just try to chuck it all over the place.
7th penalty against San Francisco. They're back to their own 39, 1st and 15. Shotgun snap to Josh Johnson. Left tackle block, short throw to the backfield. Caught by McCaffrey on the near sideline, 35, then belted as he got to the 39. Working up the near sideline and picks up a yard and gets to the San Francisco 40. Did all of that with the big hit in front of the Eagle bench below us.
And a good tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Nice to have him back in the secondary. He's so good at monitoring the middle of the field, playing in the slot, one-on-one with him and Christian McCaffrey. Not everybody makes that tackle, but a good job by Gardner-Johnson to get him to the ground.
Josh Johnson under center from his San Francisco 40, second down 14, winds up, throws a ball which was deflected at the line and goes wobbly and incomplete to the far sideline at the 45 of the Eagles. In front of the 49er bench across the way. Somebody deflected that on the defensive line.
And that's another reason you don't want to drop back the whole game, and that was Ndamukong Suh. Nice pass rush right there. Almost the same thing that happened with Brock Purdy. Goes up with his left hand and hits the elbow of Josh Johnson and lets that ball flutter up in the air. Darius Slay on the other side was not able to track it and pull it in, but they're looking at Josh Johnson right now.
Josh Johnson is now being looked at. That was the exact same play. That was the exact same play that and they're going to take Johnson off the field. That's the backup quarterback, and Kyle Juszczyk is the emergency quarterback, the fullback.
Unless Brock can go back in.
Unless Brock Purdy can come back in the game. And Purdy might. He's throwing on the sideline. And Johnson is walking off with two athletic trainers to the far side, and he's going to go into the blue tent, and now they're on their third different switch at quarterback. They're back to Purdy.
Nothing like putting him back in when it's 3rd and 15, and you got to test out a sore arm of some sort, but maybe he's able to make a throw right here and get right back into this thing from an adrenaline standpoint.
We really have still not gotten any kind of condition and arm issue. It's 3rd and 14. He's in the gun. He's got 4 wide, looks into the nickel from his own 40 at San Francisco. Shotgun snap, handoff McCaffrey. Up the middle he goes. The 40 tried to slip away and was knocked down after a gain of 4. He went over the left tackle and was taken down in the grass at the 44 at San Francisco. So all Purdy did was hand off. So they're looking at Johnson. Purdy was knocked out early. He came in. Purdy did. The starter, the rookie, hands off. It's 4th down, and the San Francisco punting unit is on the field to boot this away with about 3 minutes gone in the 3rd quarter. You cannot make this up.
It's been a strange half, but it's been all about winning early downs, and the 49ers have been in 3rd and 20, and 20, and 13, and 14 on the night.
Wisnowski will punt for San Francisco from our right to our left, and it will land in the hands of Britton Covey at about the 17-yard line on a 38-yard punt, and a timeout taken. 11:43 to play in the 3rd. Quarterback issues for San Francisco. The Eagles lead by 2 touchdowns, 21-7. They get the ball for the first time when we come back. This is Westwood One's coverage of Conference Championship Sunday.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Providers help thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-9336. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-444-9336. 800-444-9336.
It's the final days to save big store-wide at the Truckload event at Lowe's. Right now, get deals on select major appliances and take home what you buy same day. And save an additional 10% on all in-store clearance appliances. Plus, get savings on even more items across the store, like up to 40% off select bathroom products. Hurry and head to your local Lowe's store or visit Lowe's.com to shop the Truckload event today. Exclusions apply. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Valid 126 through 28.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just 1 dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
Along with Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner and Ross Tucker on our sideline, Kevin Harlan here on Westwood One. You're listening to the NFC Championship game presented by Intuit TurboTax. On the first possession of the second half, the backup quarterback for the Niners was injured. San Francisco has just punted. 17 of the Eagles. Hurts is in the gun. First down and 10. He gets the snap. He hands off to Sanders over the left guard. Runs up the middle to the 20 and taken down right there in Philly territory. Gain of 3 to the sideline and Ross Tucker.
Quick update on 49ers backup quarterback Josh Johnson. He just left the blue tent, guys, and he's walking towards the locker room, walking with a member of the training staff, a doctor, and a red hat. So Josh Johnson going in the locker room. We've been told Juszczyk is the emergency quarterback, but as we saw, Purdy did come out for that handoff on 3rd and 15 last drive.
We may have shades of Tom Natty with the Baltimore Colts. We were going right now. 2nd down and 7 from the 20 of Philadelphia. Shotgun snap to Hurts, and a ball dropped on a line drive on a quick slant by A.J. Brown, belt high, and the 25. Then it's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 7. That was the 25 of the Eagles. It was not that long a ball. And incomplete, dropped by the Pro Bowler Brown.
Well, that's really been the MO for the passing game over the last 2 weeks against the Giants. And then again here, only 3 of Hurts' completions have been for more than 10 yards on the day. Most of them are these just dink and dunk short throws right there. Should have been caught by A.J. Brown on the little under route, but they just can't get anything going down the field.
Let's see, they're going to put him at the 20-yard line. It's a 3rd down and 7. In the shotgun is Hurts, a block by the running back Gainwell. He winds up arching Scarlett down the near sideline. It's incomplete. And they were looking for A.J. Brown, who had double coverage on the play, including Jimmy Ward and Charvarius Ward at about the 50 in front of the Eagle bench. It's 3 and out, and the Eagles punting unit is on the field. It's the 3rd 3 and out for the Eagles this afternoon. They'll punt to San Francisco.
Well, you almost feel like this is going to be the MO in the second half, as we're going to come out and run the football in early downs, not do anything stupid until San Francisco shows us they can move the ball on offense.
Brett Kern will punt for the Eagles. It'll go from left to right. It bounces at the 45 into the hands of Ray McLeod at the 40 on the near sideline. Dodged the defender, cut to the near sideline, and was taken down after an 8-yard return on a 43-yard punt. The ball will be near the 43-yard line of San Francisco. Brock Purdy is coming out. The rain is falling gently. 50-degree night, and the sky is a battleship gray, and we step aside with the Eagles by 2 touchdowns. You're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
The NFL playoffs are here, and the easiest way to get into the action is with FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. New customers get started with $150 in free bets, guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Just sign up with promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets, from the money line to point spreads to player props, all on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. Place your first $5 bet to get $150 in free bets, win or lose, with promo code WIN. Make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
21 plus in select states, must be present in select states to wager first online real money wager only. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbookfanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG. For Colorado, Iowa, Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia, West Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342 in Arizona. 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. 1-800-9-WITH-IT in Indiana. 1-800-522-4700 Wyoming, Kansas, or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. 1-877-770-STOP Louisiana. 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 in New York. TN Redline 1-800-889-9789 in Tennessee.
At NerdWallet, we often see people blocked when making financial decisions. Take Harold.
Coach, these credit card offers, they're everywhere.
Harold, look, it's tough out there, but you have got this. With NerdWallet on your team, you will make the smartest play with side-by-side comparisons of top credit cards.
Whoa, a card that rewards me for buying sports gear. Let's go get that cash back, team.
NerdWallet, the smartest decision for all your financial decisions.
From Philadelphia, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves coast to coast and around the world. This is Westwood One, your home for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 57.
WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
With Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner, Kevin Harlan, we're in the Grainger broadcast booth on a chilly afternoon in Philadelphia. Keep your game moving forward at work with supplies and solutions for every industry. Call, click Grainger.com or stop by one of over 250 Grainger branch locations. The Eagles just punted on their first possession in the second half, and the Niners will take over at their own 45 with Brock Purdy under center as the quarterback. McCaffrey in the backfield. 1st and 10. Somebody move. There's the running back. It says Deebo Samuel. Jet sweep as he ran laterally on the 40 and he was hit once and twice and banging like a pinball off bodies and goes back in a 4-yard loss. Everywhere he turned, there was a green jersey, no place to run nor hide, and he's back to the 40 on a loss on that first down handoff on the jet sweep.
Man, you're just trying to generate something right now as you figure out what your young quarterback can do, and never a bad thing to get the ball to Deebo Samuel in space, and he's so hard to take down. He got hit 3 or 4 times, but just spinning and finding more green jerseys, nowhere to go.
Outside the 40 of San Francisco, second down, 14. Purdy's in the gun. There's the shotgun snap. It's a handoff to McCaffrey, running over the center and spins his way for a yard to the 42 of San Francisco. Third down coming up.
Well, 3 plays, 3 runs. So you're just starting to wonder now, what is the limitation of Brock Purdy? Are they calling the runs because they don't think they can throw it? Is this the game plan that they want? Playing the field position here early in the second half. Maybe we'll see right here on 3rd and long.
They're in the shotgun from the San Francisco 42. It's 3rd down and 13. 3 on the defensive line. Here comes that 4-man rush. They have a short pass. Caught by McCaffrey. 40 got a block at the 45. Broke a tackle, then was whacked. He was grabbing the play by Kaiser White. Hit hard, only got 3. Got to the 45 of the Niners. And they got 10 yards to go, so it's 4th and 10. And the punting unit is out there for San Francisco. The clock at 9 minutes and ticking here in the 3rd with a 21-7 Philadelphia lead.
Well, no real answers right there. Just a screen pass to the back. Which just makes you wonder, what are they going to be able to do here in this second half? Are they waiting to see if Josh Johnson can come back into the game?
San Francisco will punt with Wisnowski. Belt high long snap and a right-footed boot from our right to our left. Looking into the lights, into the rain. Fair caught, backpedaling 6-yard line of Philadelphia with a hang of 4.46. Covey got it, trapped it against his chest. 46-yard San Francisco punt. And they'll put him just outside the 8. The timeout taken, 8:33 in the 3rd. Philadelphia 21, the 49ers 7. You're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
It's O-Rewards Bonus Points Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Shop in-store or online to earn points and get rewarded at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Welcome to What If, the show where I, Jake from State Farm, answer your insurance what ifs. We've got a call from Millie. What's up?
Hi, Jake. What if, hypothetically, a moose gets mad at my car and rams into my windshield? Hypothetically.
Oh, just file a claim on the app. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Right, but what if the moose eats my phone? Hypothetically.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Southern recipe. Pork rinds.
Nothing goes better with football than pigskin. So celebrate Pork Rind Appreciation Day this football season with the bacony crunch of Southern Recipe pork rind. Get a low-carb, protein-packed pork rind snack that's as tasty out of the bag as it is in your favorite keto-friendly recipe. Find your rind in the snack aisle today or at southernrecipe.com.
Southern Recipe pork rind.
Available in the snack aisle at your local World Market today.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep your operation running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, Maria in Miami, and Jules in Troy, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with high-quality supplies for every industry, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Monster.com helps you tackle the job search and make your next career move. With great coaching and millions of job openings, Monster.com empowers you to score your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the sidelines and go to Monster.com today.
On Monday, February 6th, NFL Network brings you Super Bowl 57 opening night presented by Fast Twitch. Kickoff Super Bowl week, it's exclusive interviews from the stars of the Super Bowl. Monday, February 6th, 8 o'clock, NFL Network. Additional coverage on FS1 and ESPN from the 9 after the San Francisco punt. It's 1st and 10 for Hurts, who's back in the gun at the 3. Ball snapped from the 9. There's the snap and the handoff, and it goes to Sanders, and he's tackled around the waist after a gain of a yard, running over the left guard and hit there by Charles Amenahu. And it's interesting, we have not seen Hurts run much today. You talked about that bad shoulder he came into the game with.
Well, he's pulled a couple, and they were bad decisions. He didn't gain any yards on them. But as you said, it just feels like they're saying, hey, we've got this thing in hand. We're not going to go crazy here, whether that's having Jalen Hurts run it or taking throws down the field. Going to continue to use the clock, continue to hand it off, and do what we've been doing most of this game.
Eagle 10, second down, 9. Hurts in the gun. He gets the shotgun snap. He takes the handoff. He retreats and runs to the far side. He's on the numbers. He's on the sideline, the 10, the 15, and angling to the first down marker across the way out of bounds to about the 17-yard line of Philadelphia. That's a gain of 7. We're just talking about him running, and sure enough, there he goes.
Well, yeah, but this is on a drop-back pass play, and again, doesn't look comfortable back there.
No.
As if he doesn't really know what he's seeing. He drops back, hits that back foot, and all of a sudden he's taken off to the sideline. Now it's a nice little gain, puts you in third and short, but it just feels as if the game's moving pretty fast for Jalen Hurts right now. And at some point, they're just going to need him to settle in, start seeing the field, and making some of these throws down the field.
Hurts is 13 of 21 for 97. Third down 2 by himself, 5 wide. He's in the gun outside his 16-yard line. Got the shotgun snap. It's a low-line drive. It's a diving catch on the far sideline for a first down at the 23, and it's by Devontae Smith, who caught it sliding on the wet grass in front of the San Francisco bench. Picks up 6, double-teamed on the play, and a first down for Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's our favorite play out of an empty set. Devontae Smith in the backside slot, simply running a choice route or a 5-yard out. Good little completion there, but even that throw was low and almost missed.
Eagle 24, shotgun snap. It's off to Gainwell and a handoff on first down and 10, and he goes over the left tackle and corkscrews by the 29. Hit there, and he spun ahead for a gain of 6 to the 30 of Philadelphia. Nice run right there. Clock is ticking, 6.5 in the third. Eagles lead by 2 touchdowns and moving the ball again.
I can understand why they're one of the best run teams in the league. They got so many guys from Hurts to Sanders to Gainwell to Boston Scott. They got guys all over the place.
Eagle 30, second down 4, shotgun snap. Gainwell runs laterally and stiff arms his way, trying to find a block from the left tackle, and he's thrown for a 1-yard loss on the painted numbers on the far side of the field. And he's back to the Eagle 29 to the field live, and Ross Tucker.
Back-to-back plays, guys, where the Eagles snap the ball with more than 15 seconds left on the play clock. I know there's still 20 minutes to go, but especially given the circumstances, I'm a little bit surprised that they're leaving that many seconds on the clock before they snap. I don't know how you feel, Kurt. I would simply say with that is that you want to try to stay in rhythm more than you're worried about the clock with this much time to go.
3rd and 5, 29 of Philadelphia. Shotgun formation, moving left to right. There's the snap, the drop back to 3. Hit as he throws. Low pass, caught around the shoestring to the 30, 35, 40. Going to the far sideline, 45. It's Gainwell, who it took about 3 to bring him down as he was ramming his way and dashing his way for a gain of 17 on a catch and run just beyond the 45 of the Eagles. Far side of the field in front of the Niner bench. It's a first down for Philadelphia.
Well, another way to lift your young quarterback, right? Go down, pick the ball off the grass, and then spin and pick up a big play on a short throw.
On the 46, shotgun snap, Philadelphia territory. Fake handoff. Hurts runs laterally on the 45. He goes right to the far sideline, runs out of bounds, angling his way to the 50, and picks up 4 on the play. Jalen Hurts with the run. Clock at 4:40 and ticking, and a 21-7 lead for the Eagles. We're late in the third quarter, and along with Kurt Warner and Ross Tucker, Kevin Harlan here on Westwood One. You're listening to the NFC Championship game presented by Intuit TurboTax. Second down 6. With Hurts in the gun and Boston Scott, the 5'6" running back, who had a 10-yard touchdown run in the first half. And his side, the Eagles in their dark green jerseys and white pants. On the emblem in midfield, the logo. Here's a pass down the middle. It's incomplete. On the second down and 6, thrown from the gun by Hurts between the hash marks. Incomplete at the 42-yard line of San Francisco. It'll now be third down for the Eagles here late in the third.
Another mistake that I see from a lot of young quarterbacks, running a double slant combination to the right-hand side. He had off coverage with the guy that he threw it to on the inside slant, but you've got to get the ball out before he breaks. because the defender is sitting there waiting for it, waited a little bit too long, probably should have worked to the outside slant. Instead, he throws it late, and a nice break up there by the defender.
Ninth play of the drive, 3rd and 6. Hurts in the gun from the 50-yard line, lining up on the Eagle logo. There's the shotgun snap, winds up, arching pass down the near sideline, broken up at the 15-yard line. They were looking for Quez Watkins, who has a ton of speed. He was covered by Travarius Ward down the near sideline, and that lofted pass arching down the near side into the mist. It's incomplete. It's 4th down, and the punting unit for the Eagles is out there.
Well, there they go again. Surprising me that they continue to throw these deep go routes on 3rd and manageable situations. The lowest percentage completion in football, and a nice play there by Ward to get that left hand up at the last second and get it on the football.
Eagles the punt from left to right. Heavy pressure. Kern was knocked down. A punt is retrieved by Ray McLeod at the 20 up the near sideline, the 25-30. A flag has been thrown where the once retired punter gets up slowly. He scrapes himself off the grass, and the penalty flag thrown.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense, number 24. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. 1st down.
The Niners with one penalty after another. This is on the special teams. And it keeps the Philadelphia drive alive.
That's one of those that if you go through the kicking leg, go through the legs of the punter, they're going to call the roughing penalty, the personal foul. And it's exactly what happened. It was so close to getting his hand. His hand actually hit the kicking foot of Kern right there, but he did not get the football. I wondered at first, but we've seen 3 or 4 punts from Kern tonight that have come off kind of funny. That one came off wobbling all over the place. I thought maybe he tipped it, which would have eliminated that penalty, but Stripes didn't see it that way, and another huge penalty for this 49er defense and special teams.
It was the rookie free agent running back out of Georgia Tech, Jordan Mason, who is guilty. And so it's a 1st down with the penalty in tow at the 35 of San Francisco. Hurts in the gun. Crouching low at his side, he's got his running back Sanders, who gets him a block, and it's a quarterback run from the 35 to the 30 outside the numbers. Hurts to the 25. He takes the defender on his back, and he's brought down by Tashawn Gibson. Running over the left tackle, got down to the San Francisco 23 as he creeps his way, accelerates for 12, and gets the 1st down for the Eagles.
I'm not sure if that was a design play call or it was checked to, but Hufanga came running up to the right-hand side, to the left-hand side of the offensive line and ended up blitzing. And Jalen Hurts comes underneath him as the back goes and kicks him out, and there's a huge hole right there, led by Jason Kelsey, who was pulling from the center spot for that big run.
They'll be in the pistol from the San Francisco 23, 1st and 10. The shotgun snap. It's a fake handoff, and Hurts will run to the near side. Over the right tackle, gets a block, and he slides feet first at the 20-yard line. On the near side, on the painted numbers, and he picks up 3 as he angles right below us here. It'll be 2nd down and about 7 to go for the Eagles. Our 3rd quarter clock is ticking at 2:50 with a 21-7 Philadelphia lead on 3 rushing touchdowns by 2 different running backs.
And most of this stuff is coming in the run game. Run the football, keep the clock going. Even though, as Ross said, not necessarily taking it down to zeros on the clock, but you're still using up a lot of it as it continues to run. You continue to churn out 1st downs.
6-minute drive, 21 of San Francisco. Philly 2nd down, 8. Shotgun snap. He'll take it himself on the quarterback draw. Breaks the tackle, 20. Near sideline, got a block, 15. Near sideline, 10. Shoved out of bounds with a late flag. 1, 2 flags thrown. It'll be a goal to go. It's a 14-yard sprint by quarterback Jalen Hurts, who is running like nothing was wrong at all, and he is showing his prowess as one of the best running quarterbacks in the NFL.
After the runner was out of bounds, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 29. After this is the goal, automatic, 1st down.
Really good run there, another quarterback designed run to the right-hand side. Looked like he was bottled up. Great strength by Jalen Hurts to bounce out of this, and just as he's going out of bounds, Hufanga comes over there, and it wasn't a crazy hit. He just stepped on the white, pushes him in the back. Another easy call, big mistake, not a lot lost there by the 49ers, but you almost feel like it's a little bit of frustration at this point because they can't get anything going.
Eagles will have it 1st down and goal at the 3 of San Francisco. in the gun is Hurts against the snap. Hands off to Scott. Tries to chisel his way, going over the guard. They're pushing him. They're shoving him, and he goes between the hash marks to the 2. On a gain of about 2. Second down and goal for the Eagles. Hurts on the ground. Kurt has run 9 times for 38 yards and through the air 15 to 25 for 121 throwing. Lining up again inside the 2. Everybody bunched in tight. The snap to the quarterback under center. They're pushing him from behind. They're shoving him. They're trying to bulldoze him, and they're not getting much movement at all. Maybe to the 1. Maybe to the 1, and that's where they're going to spot him. It'll be 3rd and goal for the Eagles at the San Francisco 1.
San Francisco's defensive line has done a nice job. Seen this a couple times tonight, and the Eagles have been so successful with that quarterback sneak and the push from behind all year long. Hasn't been a whole lot of movement tonight, but don't be surprised at some point if they line up in that formation again.
Here they do.
And they switch it up. I've seen them do a toss. I've seen them do a few different things out of this formation.
3rd and goal. The snap to Hurts. He tries to crowbar his way in over the guard. Touchdown! Hurts has taken it in. Shoved by his teammates from behind. A 1-yard touchdown run by Jalen Hurts. And now he has passed Cam Newton for the most rushing touchdowns ever by a quarterback in the regular and postseason combined. His 15th. And that time it comes in the NFC Championship game and gives the Eagles a 3-touchdown advantage.
Well, it looked like a rugby scrum right there. He almost lost the snap as he was getting it out, pulled it up, and then it was just push and slowly get across that line for the touchdown.
Elliott, the extra point to our right, it is good. It's now 28-7. Jalen Hurts a touchdown on the ground. The 4th rushing touchdown by the Eagles today as they are beating San Francisco by 3 touchdowns with under a minute to go in the 3rd. Let's step aside. You're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
I had a nighttime routine for my frequent heartburn. I would drink milk. I would sleep upright with more pillows. But that painful burning stayed. So I made Prilosec OTC part of my morning routine. With just 1 pill each morning, Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid production, blocking heartburn day and night. Now I have a new nighttime routine. I call it sleeping.
1 pill a day, 24 hours, 0 heartburn. With Prilosec OTC. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
Score. Pass. Out of bounds. Those are sports words. Some people hear any sports word and they can't help but listen. Like drive. Drive is another sports word. And drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. You might say those savings are on par with the best in the league. You see, par is also a sports word, so I know you're still listening. And that's called covering our bases. Okay, I'm done now. But I'm serious about drivers saving big with Progressive. Now I'm really done.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Potential savings will vary.
We all know the game isn't over till it's over. You just gotta keep driving towards the end zone. And when it's time to turn the game around, you need all the right parts to play together. So next time you need a part for your car, don't call it quits. Head to eBay Motors. They have 122 million parts. So the road to victory is always in your favor, and you can keep driving well into overtime. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride.
Wendy's knows that everybody hates cold and soggy fries. That's why Wendy's changed their fries to serve them up hot and crispy every single time. That's right, hot and crispy guaranteed, or they will replace them with natural cut skin on potatoes. Every order of hot and crispy fries is prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt every time. Head to Wendy's today to get your hot and crispy fries and make every day a fry day. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Hurts just had his 36th total touchdown this season. That breaks the Eagle record of Randall Cunningham from 1990. And he just had the most rushing touchdowns by a quarterback in a single season, regular season, and postseason combined, his 15th. So it's been and he's 15-1 as a starter this season. He's doing it all.
Yeah, he's been great all year. You know, sometimes it's a little deceiving when you get a lot of touchdowns on 1-yard runs, but he's obviously been impressive on some quarterback draws and making some big plays with his legs as well. But you're right. He's done it all. He's played the part perfectly of a franchise quarterback doing whatever they need him to do.
Eagles will kick off. Ray McLeod, 2 yards deep, traps it against his chest, takes it up the middle, hurdles the defender, flag thrown, takes it by the 25 up the middle of the field, and returns it 31 yards as he is pelted at the 27 of San Francisco. Like I said, flag thrown. Purdy's going to come back out. He had an arm issue that knocked him out of the game, and only his backup quarterback, Josh Johnson, was injured and in the tent and gone.
During the return, holding, receiving team number 89. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
That's the tight end, Charlie Warner. Joined Kurt and Brenda Warner in supporting Treasure House, a welcoming, vibrant community where young adults with intellectual disabilities can pursue their independence. Go to treasurehouse.org for more information or to donate now. The Niners line up white jerseys, gold cans at their 15, trailing 28-7, late third. Purdy is under center, gets the snap. He spins, hands off McCaffrey over the guard, a big hole at the 15, at the 20, angling to the near side, knocked down in the secondary after a burst of about 10, maybe 9, shy of the 25. It'll be second down and 1 for San Francisco with just seconds remaining in the third quarter.
But still no passes outside of that screen pass for Brock Purdy. Like to see them test it here and see if he can make one of these throws. You got a second and short, might be a chance to make a big play, or just trying to turn it out and try to get another first down.
It's second down and 1. Purdy under center, got the snap, spins, hands off, and they send the running back McCaffrey over the guard, ramming his way on the hash for 4 to the 28. The final play of the third quarter, but they do get the first down. So down by 3 touchdowns, San Francisco will continue their drive as we start the fourth. Misty night, 49 degrees in Philadelphia. And the Eagle fans know that they're 15 minutes away from going to the Super Bowl. Third quarter's come to a close, 28-7, the Eagles. Let's go to the fourth. You're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
Feeling great starts with a great shave, and a great shave starts with Barbasol Shaving Cream. That's Barbasol Shaving Cream, an American classic for over 100 years. You're looking good, America. You're shaving with Barbasol.
Barbasol. Running your own business can feel a lot like running a one-person relay race. When you've got to expand your team, share the baton with Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring platform has smart tools to help you attract, screen, and hire quality candidates to your roster. With Instant Match, the moment you sponsor a job at Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from their resume database that fit your job description. Learn more at Indeed.com/credit to get started today. That's Indeed.com/credit.
Milk, eggs, $42. Ma'am, you okay?
Need buck? With Jackson Hewitt, don't wait weeks for the IRS to send your tax refund. Come in now for up to $3,500 with a no-interest, no-fee refund advance loan when you file your taxes. That's up to $3,500 today. Don't let high prices get you down. When every dollar matters, it matters who does your taxes. So get to Jackson Hewitt today. For eligible clients, loans by Republic Bank and Trust Company. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Is your check engine light on? Let our professional parts people scan and diagnose the problem for free. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Today's broadcast of the NFC Championship game on Westwood One is sponsored in part by NerdWallet, Barbasol Shaving Cream, by Monster.com, KFC, Progressive Insurance, and by NFL.com. We're starting the fourth quarter live to the field in Ross Tucker.
Have an update, guys, on Niners quarterback Josh Johnson officially been ruled out with a concussion. And just an observation, we'd love to get your opinion. Remember back in the day, guys, you would have a third quarterback active for the game only in an emergency situation. But when they added a couple of game day roster spots, they did away with that. It would be ideal if the Niners were able to have an extra healthy quarterback available for the game, obviously. And, Ross, it makes no sense not to. Even have him as an inactive player, only active if the first two guys get injured. That used to be the rule. It just seems to make no sense that we don't still do that.
1st and 10, first play of the fourth quarter. Under center was Purdy, got the ball, hands off McCaffrey, corkscrews his way free, slippery as a raindrop in this rainy day. To the far sideline, picks up 3, running laterally, then cutting as he got to the far sideline, runs into his own bench, but a flag was thrown. As the mist continues, the wind has died, the fans can sense what may happen to this Philadelphia team. Now 14 minutes and 54 seconds away from another Super Bowl.
Offside. Defense number 94. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains first down.
Well, and it's just, again, I don't know what Brock Purdy's state is, but they haven't thrown the ball down the field a single time since he's come back in. And here we are. Here we are down 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. You think at some point they got to at least test it and see if it's a possibility.
New running back is the rookie free agent Jordan Mason. In the gun, Purdy, his own 33. 1st and 5, got the snap. End around Samuel. He is waiting for a block, comes to the near side, got the block. Now they converge past the 30 near sideline. He stutter steps and chops his feet up and down and dances for a gain of a yard. He did all that running and got 1 meager yard to the 34 of the Niners.
Well, and it's, it's to the point, too, where, the Eagles are going to start to realize, just like us up here, okay, he must not be able to do it. He must not be able to throw. And now you're just putting everybody in harm's way as you continue to hand the football off with everybody in the building knowing that.
2nd down 4. 34 of San Francisco. In the fourth quarter on this wet grass, moving from left to right. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Hand off McCaffrey. Got a block. Takes it over the guard. Runs on the hash. 35 out to the 39. And that is a slide of 5 yards. And he gets it for a first down. Out to the 39 of San Francisco. They move the chains.
Get yourself a first down. Continue to churn it out. I guess maybe you say to yourself, hey, we still believe we've got 3 possessions left in us, so we can hand the football off. It's just, not a lot of time without a lot of chunk plays here.
Couple tight ends. Purdy is under center. On the San Francisco 39 with the 1st and 10, trailing by 3 touchdowns. Got the snap, fakes the pitch, hands off. It's a handoff to Kittle, who runs in back to the line of scrimmage, comes to the near side, staggers ahead to the 42, and picks up 3. That's 3 yards out to the San Francisco 42.5. And the clock now is under 13 minutes and ticking.
I keep saying this, but I don't really know what you do at this point. If Brock can't do it, do you put in Kyle Juszczyk or someone else to be your quarterback? I'm not sure that gives you any throws down the field either. Just a terrible, just feel for the 49ers after the season that they've had, that they're in this situation in this game.
2nd down, long 6 outside the 49er 42. Shotgun snap, handoff to Samuel, runs over the left tackle, spun around, went in the air, head over heels, down after a gain of a yard. He tried to ram his way over the left side. There was nothing there except a single half yard. That was it. Out to the 44, 3rd down, Kurt.
Well, they're bringing out all the stops in the run game. That time, Deebo Samuel starts to the left-hand side. He motions to the right-hand side and then swings back left, and they hand him the football. We've seen the reverse. We've seen a counter to George Kittle. They're trying to pull out everything they've got to create a big play in the run game. It's just hard because everybody in green knows that's all they can do.
43 of San Francisco, 3rd down 5, shotgun snap, handoff McCaffrey, got a block, grabbed high, wrestled down as he continues to backpedal into a big defensive lineman, got to the 47, running inside the painted numbers and got 3. It's 4th and 2. Looks like the offense of the Niners will stay on the field with their clock now at 11.5 and ticking and down 28-7. San Francisco will have a 4th down in about 2.
I mean, I think because of the situation you're in, you have to go for it right here. That you have to plan on that you're only going to get 3 drives if you've got to run the football to get points on the board. So there's really no other option but to go for this and hope that you can pick up a first down and keep this drive going.
From the 47, 4th and 2 for San Francisco. Snap, spin, it's a pitch out, and it goes to Samuel. Grabbed down in the line of scrimmage. He was going to go over the right guard and stuffed. Stone down at the 43 of the Niners, losing 3. Their defense does it on downs. It will go back to Philadelphia, and the crowd now 10:52 away from Super Bowl 57. Eagles take over on top by 3 touchdowns. This is Westwood One's coverage of Conference Championship Sunday.
Don't miss the Winning Wonderland event at Empire City Casino. Now through February 25th. Up to 800 lucky winners can take home a share of $1.2 million in cash, free play, and 2 brand new Mercedes-Benz. Drawings will be held on Saturdays in January and February, including the grand prize drawings on January 28th and February 25th. You don't want to miss it. Empire City Casino. Game on. Must be 18 years of age or older to play New York Lottery games. Please play responsibly.
At my age, I never dreamed I'd be dealing with opioid addiction.
I was pregnant, and I couldn't stop.
Getting sidelined by an injury was bad, but the cravings were way worse.
Then I heard about 844-REACH-NJ.
They connected me to treatment, and I had a healthy baby.
844-REACH-NJ was the call that made the difference.
Thank goodness I made the call.
How glad I made the call for both of us.
REACH-NJ. If you or someone you love is struggling with addiction, call 844-REACH-NJ from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Providers help thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-700-6898. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898.
Eagles have 4 rushing touchdowns by 3 different runners. With Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner, Kevin Harlan, we are in the Grainger broadcast booth in Philadelphia. Postseason play is exciting, but the season never ends for your business. Grainger helps you keep going with supplies and solutions for every industry and 24/7 support. Call clickgrainger.com or stop by on a 4th and 2. Deebo Samuel for San Francisco was stopped and thrown for a loss, and the Eagles take over on downs at the 43 of the Niners. It's 1st and 10, and Jalen Hurts is in the gun. Crouching low, shotgun snap, handoff Gainwell, goes over the right guard, runs it on the hash to the 40, picks up 3 yards on 1st down for the Eagles, and the clock is ticking at 10:40 in the 4th.
And this is what the Eagles are built for. They're built to run the football.
Landon Dickerson, the starting left guard, a Pro Bowl left guard, a second-year Alabama offensive lineman, is on a knee and grimacing in extreme pain, holding on to his right elbow. And there's an injury on the field. Our resident offensive lineman, Ross Tucker, is on the field. Ross, will send it down to you.
Well, guys, they invest heavily in the depth along the offensive line. The Eagles already have Jack Driscoll in there at right tackle. The former first-round pick, Andre Dillard, will come in at left guard. I just can't believe that the Eagles have more rushing yards than passing in this game. All the conversation this week about the Eagles receivers attacking these corners, the corners have actually played pretty well for the 49ers. It's been the Eagles on the ground, which surprises me greatly. That's been the reason they've been able to score.
They've been terrific. 42 yards for Sanders, Hurts with 39, Gainwell with 29, Scott with 13, 4 rushing touchdowns. 2 by Miles, 1 by Scott. Moments ago, 1-yard plunge with some help from behind, literally, for Hurts. 2nd down, 7. The 40 of San Francisco. Hurts in the gun, moves his receiver, crouching low, high snap, pulls it down, hands to Gainwell, running laterally on the 40, running to the far sideline, 35, runs to the far sideline. It's the 30 of San Francisco and belts it out of bounds into the Niner sideline, to the 28 of San Francisco. A beautiful run as he goes floating for 12 for the Eagles.
Yeah, I was looking to go up in between the tackles, and a nice job seeing the hole and the over pursuit and bouncing back to the outside for the big run. But as I was saying, they're built for this. Nobody in the NFL has rushed more times in the fourth quarter. No one has possessed the football longer in the fourth quarter than this Philadelphia Eagles team. They are built for the 4-minute drill and to use the clock and to continue to pick up first down.
28 of San Francisco, shotgun snap for the Eagles, 1st and 10 handoff, and it goes to Gainville, who is just inhaled by Armstead off the line with no gain on the play. Our score here in Philadelphia, with the clock ticking in the fourth quarter at 9:15, is 28-7. The Eagles, you're listening to the NFC Championship game presented by Intuit TurboTax. With Kurt Warner and Ross Tucker, Kevin Harlan, you're listening to Westwood One. At the 28, the Eagles have it, moving from right to left in the midst, 2nd down and 10. The quarterback, Hurts, who's mainly in the shotgun every play, is again there, 5 yards away from the center. He gets the snap, he hands it off, and there's nothing there. Amenahu grabs Gainwell, and then also there was Javon Kinlaw throwing him, in fact, for a 2-yard loss as he tried to go over the left tackle, and he's back to the 30-yard line of the Niners.
Well, the Niners really have loaded up. They understand the situation here, where they're at on offense, and the Eagles are just going to try to run the football and use the clock. We got a 3rd and long. Let's see if Nick Sirianni comes out and says, hey, we'll throw it in this situation, try to keep the clock going. But everybody loading up in the box on those other early downs, knowing the Eagles are going to run it.
5 wide, 3rd down, 12. Eagles on top by 3 touchdowns at the 30-yard line of San Francisco. Shotgun snap, handoff Gainwell. He tries to slalom his way over the right guard. He's between the hash marks, and he just gets 2. Looked like he was going to move, and he only got 2 yards as it quickly converged on him. And he was down there, and a late flag is thrown. It was getting kind of grisly inside that big pile where the tackle was made, and the flag was thrown late. And they weren't going to, it was 3rd down and 12, and they only got 2 back to the original line of scrimmage, and now there's a huddle among the officials.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness defense. Number 57. Opposition's the goal. Automatic. 1st down.
Another penalty.
It was. And this is interesting when you watch it on the replay, because Dre Greenlaw is actually got a closed fist, and it looks like he's punching the running back. But what he was doing is he hit the ball every single time. He never got like he was, not hitting a rib shot into the running back, but he was punching it from outside the pile, and it looked like he was punching the running back. I don't know if they thought that he was, or just they didn't like the idea that he's got a closed fist and he's punching in there at the football, but that's what ended up drawing the flag.
So with the penalty, they're down now with the 1st and 10 at the 14 of San Francisco. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell, the running back, is off his hip. 2 tight ends are in. Niners have 4 on the line. It's 1st and 10 for Philadelphia. Crouching low, shotgun snap. There's the handoff. Gainwell, he broke a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. He tries to squirm his way free, and he's thrown for a loss as he ran laterally. He was thrown for a loss of 3 back to the 17 of the Niners. The clock is ticking. 7:27. The crowd, you can hear this low murmur, and everybody on their feet. That's how long they are away from another Super Bowl. The clock now at 7:19 in the 4th.
And it's been a weird game, and a lot of different things have happened, but let's not get lost in the fact that, or let's not lose the fact that this has been the best football team in the NFC all year long. And they've stepped up and they've made the plays that they've needed to make tonight, even though it hasn't looked pretty across the board. They've made the big plays that they needed to make to get the ball in the end zone and have this commanding lead here in the 4th.
2nd down, 13-17 of San Francisco. It's a handoff out of the gun. Hurts got the snap, gave it off to Gainwell, runs over the right tackle, back to the 11, and picks up 6 on the play, where now it'll be 3rd down, and the clock is down to 6:40 and ticking here in the 4th, with the Eagles leading by 3 touchdowns and now deep in San Francisco territory again.
The other thing that I think about is how many times this year have we seen huge comebacks in the NFL, because so many teams are built around the pass that when they get into these kind of situations, they're not able to run the football and chew up the clock. Philly is exactly the opposite. They've had a lot of big leads, but they also have the ability to run the clock and run the football. 13 straight runs on the evening as they continue to get first down.
It's 3rd and 7 out of the gun. The snap to Hurts. The handoff to Gainwell, and he's going for a 2-yard loss as he was going to run over the guard. Stop behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 13 of San Francisco. Here comes the field goal unit on 4th and 9 out onto the field with Jake Elliott. They'll try to tack on 3 more. The clock is now under 5:45 and ticking in the 4th. And the Eagles lead it now 28-7, and they're going to try for 3. Dank night in Philadelphia. 31-yard field goal try by Jake Elliott on the grass. The breeze now has gone down to 9 miles an hour on this 48-degree night. Elliott will try a 31-yard field goal. Ball put down. Right-footed kick is away, and it is perfect through the mists in Pennsylvania tonight. And the lead is expanded. 31-7, the Eagles. 5:17 to go in the 4th. A reminder that for every field goal made this afternoon and throughout the remainder of the season, Barbasol is going to make a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House. It's a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol Shaving Cream, an American original for over 100 years. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. The Eagles are 5 minutes and 17 seconds away from Super Bowl 57, leading now 31-7 over the Niners. We're in the 4th quarter, and you're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Thinking about gas mileage? If your check engine light is on, it may be affecting your MPGs. But the free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help. With the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes, you'll know what's affecting your gas mileage and more. And you don't have to drive too far to find the fix. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service is available at all 6,200 stores.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
See details at AutoZone.com.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering professional-grade industrial supplies, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Is that a horse?
Actually, it's a wild stallion. Since Navy Federal Credit Union's Platinum Card made it easier to tame our holiday debt, I wanted to see if I could tame something else. Help me saddle up. I need to pick the kids up from school.
With a low intro APR on balance transfers, the Platinum Credit Card lets you take control of your debt. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/Platinum offer. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Fans on their feet, 5:17 to go in the NFC Championship game. With a 31-yard Eagles field goal moments ago, 31-7 is the score. Eagles on top. Niners have had 2 quarterbacks knocked out of the game, and they had to go to that knocked-out quarterback, Purdy, to come back in. A reminder that you can hear Westwood One's coverage of every NFL postseason game streamed live for free. Catch all the action on the NFL app via Westwood One station streams on WestwoodOneSports.com or by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. It's all sponsored by AutoZone. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free and get you back on the road. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone, AutoZone. The Eagles kick off after the field goal. It goes to our left. Ray McLeod, 6 yards deep, taking out of the middle of the end zone. Running to the 10, breaks a tackle. It's Samuel, takes it to the 20, grabbed from behind, slips away to the far sideline, and he's knocked out of bounds across the way at the 30-yard line on a 36-yard return with a lot of shoving on the far sideline.
Deebo Samuel is so special.
A lot of it, yes.
Man, he is so hard to bring down. It's usually taking 2 or 3 guys from the other team, bouncing off of one, running through another. And even when he goes down, I mean, he's still moving and churning those legs. Just a special, special player, as they have a number of them here on this 49ers football team. And it's just so unfortunate. In the first drive, their young quarterback who's played so well and led them to this point, suffers the arm injury, changed this entire football game, even though they fought their way to a 7-7 tie there late into the second quarter.
And the quarterback, I hate to interrupt you, but they're going to put in Christian McCaffrey as the running back, is now becoming the quarterback. He gets the handoff, and then he goes back to throw. He's dancing around, goes long with the pass down the far sideline, and it's incomplete as they were trying to make something happen out of nothing. And John Lynch, the general manager, is back where the ball landed, and not a soul was around him. As McCaffrey is in there, now they're going to bring back in Purdy. Brock Purdy
back in. Second down.
Brock Purdy is going to check back in, and he'll be the quarterback, so I think they're just going to run the ball, huh?
Yeah, I mean, everybody was clamoring for intentional grounding, but they said that McCaffrey went outside the pocket, and then he went back in the pocket, so he's able to throw the football away. But, yeah, just trying to come up with some kind of special.
Shotgun snap, 31-yard line. It's a short pass. It's caught by the backpedaling tight end who grabs it. Kittle with a 1-yard gain outside the hash to the 32. Got it, and he was quickly clamped on by Eagle defenders. No room to roam. Gain of a yard. Third down.
Again, just so tough. You know, they're trying to create some kind of pass here, running everybody else down the field, hoping that the Eagles will go cover everybody, thinking that we've got the opportunity to throw it down the field and then drop off the screen. But again, everybody in the building knows they don't have the ability to throw the ball down the field, and they're just waiting for all of these short passes.
Third down, 9. There's a snap under center. It's a pitch out. McCaffrey over the left tackle, goes by the 35, angling to the far sideline, brought down at the 37. He picks up 6. More shoving after the play. Teams have got to be separated. It's getting a little gnarly, and now the players are grabbing each other's face masks and pulling one way, then the other way. And now they can't get unhinged. They won't let go. And finally, Trent Williams grabbed a player, threw him down, then he threw a punch, and now the bench is empty. San Francisco's bench has emptied, and the Eagles bench being restrained by the coaches below us. With 3:51 to go, the frustration is palpable from the 49ers side as they had this incredible...
Teams to the sideline, please. Both teams to the sideline. Both teams to the sideline. Both teams to the sideline, please.
I'm assuming that Trent Williams will be ejected, the starting left tackle. They wouldn't let go of Samuel, and then finally Trent Williams took someone, a defensive back, and threw him to the ground like he was a rag doll, and that's when it really got nasty out there, and the benches began to empty. And now you heard the official call them back to their respective sidelines. Flags are on the field. The 7 officials are huddling, and they've come to some conclusion.
Well, and we've seen it so many times, haven't we? One team, just the frustration starts to overtake them. You saw Dre Greenlaw punching at the football, picking up a penalty. Like you said, Trent Williams there just grabs a guy and throws him to the ground. Just frustrated that they've gone this far. It hasn't played out like they wanted to, and now they're letting the emotions get the best of them.
They're still sorting it out in the field.
There are fouls on both teams. After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Offense, number 71. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense, number 42. Both players will be disqualified from the game.
When you've got that kind of battle royal going on the field, right, Kurt, it is hard to figure out who is instigating, who is the most guilty, so they've taken one from each team, and they'll eject them right now.
Yeah, and one was obviously Trent Williams, who threw down the other player in Wallace, and Wallace got ejected as well. He's the one that ended up getting thrown to the ground, but maybe there was something happening before that Trent Williams saw that led to his ejection as well.
Trent Williams is walking to the far end of the field, And the greeting he's going to get from the Philadelphia fans will be intense. And quickly, some police officers have gone out to surround him and help escort him off the field. They're with security people around. He will walk with not a single...
Operator, please set the game clock to 4:13, please.
Getting lined up to play. The other thing that I wonder too is this injury with Brock Purdy. You wonder how serious it is, how long maybe into the offseason this could project forward. Is it something that he may have to have surgery for since he's not able to throw the football? Makes you start wondering as you look forward to what their situation at the quarterback position is for next year.
4th and 3. Handoff goes to McCaffrey. It's a reverse as it goes to Samuel on the pitch, and Samuel runs to the far side and is knocked down on the sideline, losing 6. The ball was yard free. It's a fumble, and the Eagles, who are going to get it on downs anyway, get the fumble recovery on the 3rd San Francisco turnover this afternoon, and that will be all she wrote. The Eagles and their fans can feel it, and Arizona is on their schedule 2 weeks from tonight in Super Bowl 57.
Great play there by Reed Blankenship. The rookie safety comes flying up there to make that tackle on Deebo Samuel, knock the football free, and then recover it. Well done by that rookie safety who's made a lot of big plays for them from the secondary spot.
New quarterback is in for Philadelphia, Gardner Minshew. Shotgun snap with a handoff to Scott. He runs over the center between the hash marks at the 30 and down to the San Francisco 26 on a gain of 5, and the clock continues to run. And now the clock is showing 3:50 with a 31-7 touchdown lead by the Eagles.
We were talking before the game, Kevin, that we really thought the top 4 teams in the National Football League were playing today. I believe both these teams deserve to be here. Just an unfortunate way for the 49ers to have to finish their season not being able to play their brand of football and really have a chance to compete in this game once both of their quarterbacks got injured early in the second half.
2nd down, 5. Minshew is in there on the 26 of San Francisco. A shotgun snap and a handoff to Boston, who was knocked down behind the line of scrimmage by Trey Greenlaw, thrown for a 1-yard loss. He's back to the San Francisco 27. The clock is approaching 3, and not a soul in the world wants to see it stopped. It will for the 2-minute warning, clearly. But there's going to be a party in Philadelphia where they began to grease the light poles a couple days ago.
Please explain.
They knew that
what does greasing the light poles mean to me?
They don't want people climbing them. Or they knew you were coming to town, one of the two.
Who gets that job?
What are you doing tonight?
The greasing the light poles.
The grease pole guy gets it. 3rd and 6. From the 27 of the Niners, in the pistol, it's a snap going to Minshew of 5 yards. He hands off to Scott, who runs over the left tackle. Got it inside the 15, the 25, picks up 4 on the play, and they'll put him at the 23-yard line of San Francisco. It's 4th down. The clock is ticking, and they'll take it to the 2-minute warning. The Eagles are going to go to Arizona, and they're going to go to the Super Bowl. And a San Francisco 49er team that came in as the hottest team in the last 3 months in the NFL had quarterback issues and injuries today. We've reached the 2-minute warning. The crowd can feel it, and I'm sure you can too. 31-7 Eagles. Let's step aside to the 2-minute warning. You're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
You don't have to be from the West to live the West. You just need the spirit, the confidence, and the style. And that sense of adventure that comes with each new day. Wrangler, for the ride of life. Shop our newest styles today at Wrangler.com.
Monster.com can help you tackle the job hunt and make your next career move. In football and in life. There's the regular season, and then there's the playoffs. Monster.com knows that scoring your next job, that's a playoffs moment. To bring your A game, you need Monster.com. With great coaching and millions of job openings, Monster.com has all you need for a strong performance when it counts. We all know the playoffs are no time for messing around. Go to Monster.com and win the job hunt. Monster.com.
It's the final days to save big store-wide at the Truckload event at Lowe's. Right now, get limited-time deals on your favorite tools and accessories. Plus, get 10% off in-stock kitchen cabinets with a $1,000 minimum purchase. And save even more on clearance cabinets in-store. Hurry and shop the Truckload event in-store or online while you can. Must ask cashier to apply discount at time of purchase. Exclusions apply. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Filed 126 through 2/8.
It's been 2,190 days.
Dude, Rihanna, we waited for you.
It's been over 6 years since the 9-time Grammy winner
Rihanna
lost
is who everybody is waiting
where
for.
have you been?
We've been impatiently waiting. Last project we got from Marie was Anti 2016. Everybody has
The wait is over. Rihanna returns at the Apple Music Super Bowl 57 halftime show, February 12th on Fox.
When you need auto parts, O'ReillyAuto.com is just a few clicks away. Order online and pick up curbside at your local store. Visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
From Philadelphia, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves coast to coast and around the world. This is Westwood One, your home for the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl 57.
WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
It'll be 4th and 2 for the Eagles, who lead it 31-7. We're at the San Francisco 23. Gardner Minshew is in there, gets the shotgun snap, hands off to Gainwell. He's got the first down, running over the guard on the hash mark to the 17. And he has a pile-driving run of 6, which will be it. And now the countdown begins. And the George Halas Trophy is being polished off and ready for presentation. The Eagles went to the Super Bowl back in the 2017 season, and they beat Brady and the Patriots. They also went back in 2004, and they lost to the Patriots, and back in 1980 with Dick Vermeil, they lost to the Raiders. Now in the victory formation, Minshew is under center from the 17 of San Francisco and gets the snap and falls to a knee. And the clock continues to tick. One more snap, and that'll do it. The fans on their feet, and they are in full throat Kurt Warner and incredible jubilation. Super Bowl.
Well, this city loves their football team. They love their sports team. They're a great fan base for their teams. And as you said, to the point where we got to grease the light poles. Everybody's going to be excited tonight, but they also know this was their goal heading out, was to win this game. They got one more to take care of, and they're going to be a tough out for whoever wins that AFC Championship game.
Minshew goes to a knee on that snap, and the clock will tick down from 30 seconds as the coaches will meet at midfield. The teams will empty the sidelines and meet at midfield, and the crowd in incredible elation right now with this win as the Eagles has once again made the trip. We're down to 5 seconds, and the Eagles have been the NFC's best team all season long. Zeros on the clock, and they will carry that momentum with big wins in the divisional round against the Giants and here in the championship round against San Francisco, all the way to Arizona and Super Bowl 57. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to the Super Bowl again. A convincing 31-7 win over San Francisco. And Nick Sirianni, in his second season, has taken this team to the final game of the season. Eagles did not throw a pass in the fourth quarter. 20 consecutive running plays to close things out. They beat the Giants in the divisional round by 31 points. And they won today by 24. and they become the fourth team all-time to appear in multiple Super Bowls in a 6-year span with a different starting quarterback and a different head coach. That says a lot about the resiliency and the depth of this organization.
I think it also says something about, in this NFL, how quickly you can turn things around. We've seen it with the Cincinnati Bengals, who went to the Super Bowl last year, coming off a 4-win season. We've seen it with this team. Although they were good last year, the build-up to get back to this point, it's been fun to watch, and now every team believes they can be that next team.
Let's go live to the celebration on the field in Ross Tucker.
Guys, I'm here with Eagles starting running back Miles Sanders. Miles, 2 touchdowns for you on the ground. So much talk about the number 1 ranked Niners run defense. What was working for you guys in the ground game?
Man, I want to change the type of guys that we have in this group, in this locker room. I wouldn't trade them for nothing. It all starts with the O-line. Coach Stout, that we just follow behind, man. The O-line is so special, man. I'm so proud of them. The way we got this W today, it just proves we're the toughest team in the league here.
I know there was a lot of talk about you in the offseason and that this year meant a lot to you personally with all the conversation in the offseason. How good does this feel for you to have this kind of a season and go back to the Super Bowl?
Amazing, man. Being all odds, everything that was said against me just took my head down and just kept it with the work, man. We went to work.
What if the older guys told you that we're in the Super Bowl back in 2017, what it's like?
You got to be able to sacrifice and put your brothers first. You got to be able to trust your brothers, and it's about the little things. Once the little things take care of itself, and you guys are a dangerous team already, then that's a championship football team. So I'm proud of these boys, man.
Congratulations, man. Go enjoy it.
Thank you.
Fellas?
Eagles were the last undefeated team. They were 8-0. And like I said, they now have become the fourth time and the fourth team to appear in multiple Super Bowls in a 6-year span with a different person at quarterback. It was Nick Foles, Doug Peterson, a handful of years ago. Now it is second-year head coach Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts, who is in his 3rd season, a highly decorated quarterback who was on a big stage in college and now is going to the biggest stage of all, the Super Bowl, Super Bowl 57 in a couple weeks.
Well, and to think how far Jalen Hurts has come as well. You know, he was the backup to Carson Wentz at one point, and then he put him in, and then there was a lot of questions on, is he a franchise guy? Is Philly going to go out and draft another quarterback? Can he be that guy? We saw last year as he took over as a starter, leading them into the playoffs, that he was a good quarterback, but that he needed to make some strides specifically in throwing the football. All I've heard is that he's gone back to work and he's learned the things that he needed to get better at. And then he comes out this year and to me was the front runner for the MVP in the National Football League before he suffered that shoulder injury. Probably won't win it now because of what Patrick Mahomes did throughout the rest of the season, but he has turned his game around. He has convinced everybody here, not just by what he does between the lines in terms of playing the game, but who he is as a leader and the way guys follow him. And we've seen that at every step, whether it was Alabama, whether it was Oklahoma, or now here in the National Football League. This guy is a winner, this guy is a playmaker, and this guy is a tremendous leader.
Eagles win it tonight on 4 rushing touchdowns by 3 different people. Sanders with 2 rushing touchdowns, Boston Scott with 1, and Jalen Hurts with a quarterback sneak for the 4th touchdown. 31-7. The Eagles are your NFC champion. They beat San Francisco, and they're going to the Super Bowl. Back with more from Philadelphia in just a moment. You're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
I know a lot of you really want the State Farm Personal Price Plan, but what's with the oversharing? Like this message from Sarah.
Hi, Jake from State Farm. I eat hard-boiled eggs, like shell and all. Crunch is exquisite.
You don't need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
All right, the Eagles have won And we're going to have the Hallis Trophy presentation coming up. Let's join Terry Bradshaw Fox on the field as it's the presentation of the George Hallis Trophy to the NFC champion.
And I must add, y'all do play some of the greatest music I've ever heard at a stadium, so thank you for that. Now to present the George S. Hallis Trophy representing the NFC champions. Hello to Brian Dawkins. Brian's do us the honors. I present this to you, Jeffrey. One more. Here we go. Nice job. All right, Mr. Lurie, here you go. Well, this is kind of cool, huh? What's that? It's kind of cool. Every 5 years we get together. How does this feel? We got to do it more often. Well, we got to do it more often. I know. Yeah. Feels great. I mean, we got a very, very special group of guys, players, coaches, staff, all led by Nick, Howie, Don. You know, it's so special because they're quietly confident. They're always team-oriented and very humble, and they grind. Yeah, they are grinders for sure. Congratulations. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Nick Sirianni, your head coach. You know, we knew coming into this football game that this was going to be a slugfest. Two great defenses. Who would bend their breaks? They lose both of their quarterbacks. You knock them both out. This defensive effort I thought your guys put together today was phenomenal. This defense just keeps coming to work every single day and killing it. This is the most physical defense in this league. And man, Jonathan Gannon did a great job. The leaders on our defensive line, where it all starts, did a great job. Secondary, linebackers. I mean, it was a great team defense. 11 is one, and they just beat us one heartbeat today. Well, 2 weeks, we'll see you in Phoenix. All right? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right. Jalen Hurts, come here. Didn't have to throw it a lot today, but boy, y'all ran the heck out of that sucker. You beat the number one defense in the NFL, and you did it by playing big bad boy football. Hey, man, let's take a moment to show love to these fans. Let's check this out. And let's go! Come here. You've already gone. This is good. You've got a chance now. So many doubters that you've just made them all look foolish. Your job this year as a quarterback, how do you feel that you've grown so much, so fast? Man, 2-year starter. It's been a lot. You know, I'm not going to make this about me, man. This city, this is a special city. They deserve everything that's going on. This is a special city. We got one more. Wow. Kind of cool. Enjoy it, man. Look, take a picture of this right here before you leave here. All right, get over here. All you uglies, get in here. Here, hold it. I said, listen up. I said this is the greatest singing city in the league. So let's do this. You ready? Fly, Eagles, fly. 1, 2, 3. Fly, Eagles, fly. On the road to victory. Fly, Eagles, fly. Go a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch those Eagles fly.
Kurt, could you continue to sing for us?
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Okay.
I don't know that one, plus nobody listening wants to hear me sing.
Jalen Hurts, 16-1 as a starting quarterback. Unbelievable. And the Eagles are going to their 4th Super Bowl in franchise history. Let's check some of the final stats. Find out how the Eagles won the NFC title and advanced on the road to State Farm Stadium. State Farm will help you create an affordable price just for you. Call or go to statefarm.com today to create your State Farm personal price plan. And let's begin with Hurts, and through the air, 15 of 25, 121, no picks, no TDs, On the ground, Gainwell 14 carries for 48. Sanders 11 for 42. Hurts ran it 11 times for 39 and a touchdown. Boston Scott 6 carries and 21 for a touchdown. Sanders had the 11 carries and 42 yards, as I said, but he had 2 touchdowns in this one. And on the receiving side, no one with big numbers. On the San Francisco side, they lost 2 quarterbacks. They had to go back to the injured starter to come back in, and it was hard to watch, painful to watch. Johnson took the place of Purdy after Purdy was injured on the first series. Purdy went 4 of 4 for 23, and Josh Johnson went 7 of 13 for 74. But the Niners had 3 turnovers. They had 11 penalties. The 11 penalties, 1 short of a season high. They just did not turn the ball over this season, but today they did with quarterbacking woes that could not be overcome.
Yeah, I mean, we came in, we expected it to be a close football game. We expected the defenses to play well and that the offenses were going to have to do enough and not turn the football over and not make it easy on the other team. But, you know, let's just be honest. The 49ers were put in a really, really tough spot when their young quarterback went down, and we've talked about all the injury they've had at quarterback this year. So Josh Johnson has only been here for a short period of time, and now thrust into action in this kind of moment was really, really tough. And it wasn't as if he played bad. They just couldn't generate a whole bunch offensively. And when you do that, and then they have the turnover at the end of the first half that puts them down 14, it just really weren't able to do anything to make a comeback.
Ross Tucker has the head coach of the Eagles live on the field. Ross, take it away.
Nick, I just saw you hug all your family. I can tell that you're tearing up a little bit. Can't even imagine what this feels like for you right now, man.
This is just a dream come true. It's an unbelievable city with unbelievable fans. And love these guys that we were able to do this together. And so it's surreal. But, you know, we got one more.
You do have one more. You came out, you ran the ball so well. Not sure that's what a lot of people expected. Did you think that might be the key to the game?
We know that that's a really good defense. There's no doubt about it. But we got 5 of the toughest guys in the NFL on that offensive line, led by Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson and Jordan and Landon and Isaac. And then not to mention how everybody just sells out for each other in the run game. That's what's special about a team. You know, maybe AJ didn't have the catches. Devontae didn't have the catches. They were blocking their butts off. And it was special.
Thanks, man. This is special. Go enjoy it.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Guys.
Thank you, Ross. Time to choose now the Wendy's player of the game, Kurt Warner.
Well, Coach Sirianni was just talking about the 5 guys up front, and no one guy stood out to me, so I'm going to give it to the entire offensive line. 4 guys that basically rushed for 40 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. They dominated. That was the difference in the game.
Terrific. They are the players of the game, sponsored by Wendy's. Wendy's fries are hot and crispy every single time. Natural cut, skin-on fries prepared to golden goodness, perfectly sprinkled with sea salt, just the way they should be. Choose Wendy's hot and crispy fries today. All right, Kurt, final thought on this NFC Championship game.
Well, the first thing is just that we know all about the Eagles, and it's going to be fun to watch them in the Super Bowl. They bring a little different flavor offensively than any other team, so it's going to be a challenge for whoever wins on the AFC side, but we know we're going to get a great quarterback coming from the other side, whether that's Patrick Mahomes or whether that's Joe Burrow. So can't wait to watch this matchup, whoever it is, against this Eagles team.
Eagles win it on rushing touchdowns today, getting 3 turnovers from San Francisco, 31-7. Along with Kurt Warner and Ross Tucker, Kevin Harlan here on Westwood One. You've been listening to the NFC Championship game presented by Intuit TurboTax. Right now, let's take you back to our host, Scott Graham, in our Westwood One studios. Scott?
All right, thank you very much, guys. An exciting day for the fans in Philadelphia and a coronation ceremony, really, for the team that was the #1 team in the NFC all year. Philadelphia Eagles going back to the Super Bowl. Let's tell you how we got to this point, because Philly got the ball first in this game and had an opportunity early on to move it downfield. Now, they only got that opportunity to move it downfield against this stout Niners defense on a big-time play on 4th down when they went up top and seemingly got an unbelievable play.
4th and 3. Eagles are number 3 and 3rd and short. They've got it at the 35-yard line on the opening drive of San Francisco. Shotgun snap, rush from the pocket, runs to the near side, points and throws on the run down the sideline. Leaping one hand, falling down, sideline catch by Devontae Smith at the 6 on the sideline. How in the world did Hurts find the escape hatch? And then what a leaping one-handed falling down catch by Smith of 29. First and goal, Philadelphia at the 6.
May remember I said the word seemingly because sometime later, a long time later, we saw a reverse angle. The ball was moving as Smith hit the ground. Had it been challenged, it would not have been a catch, but it was a catch. And moments later, the Eagles banged in with the first score of the game as Miles Sanders ran in from 6 yards out. Philly had a 7-0 lead. The big development that came after that was Brock Purdy on the first series getting injured on a ball that ultimately ended up being called a fumble. His elbow was injured on the play. He was unable to go as it turned out for the remainder of the first half. San Francisco relied on their defense to stay in the game, and their defense gave them a short field, taking over at the Eagles' 46-yard line in the second quarter. It took them 6 plays to get it downfield, and then a miraculous play by their running back got the game even.
Johnson under center, 23 of Philadelphia, second down and 10. 2 tight ends, 1 back. There's the snap, spin, handoff. McCaffrey hurdles the defender. Over the right tackle he goes. 25 breaks the tackle. It's the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. He'll burst into the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 23-yard touchdown run. And now San Francisco, in the most improbable of ways, is 1 point away from tying this game in the second quarter of the NFC Championship.
Well, it was an extra point by goal that did tie the game, and Philly still had an opportunity left in the half to try to get something done. They did it on a 14-play, 75-yard drive that was aided by 3 defensive penalties by the 49ers that kept the drive alive. And inside the 2-minute warning, Philly broke the tie.
Second down and 5. Shotgun snap, handoff goes to the running back Sanders over the tackle, the 10, the 5, and he's in for the 13-yard touchdown run on the 14th play of the drive. And the Eagles have recaptured the lead with 1:36 to go before halftime. Another rushing touchdown for 1,000-yard back Miles Sanders.
14-7, and that could have been the score at halftime, but Josh Johnson ultimately ended up taking a snap and dropping it on the ground. There was a wild scramble for the ball. The Eagles recovered and had themselves a short field. It took them only 3 plays to go the remaining 30 yards. Time for the Wrangler Jeans highlight of the game.
Hurts, right foot ahead of his left, crouching low, shotgun snap, hands off to Scott, over the right tackle, the 10 to the near sideline, the 5, a block at the pylon, and a touchdown! Boston Scott sprinting in on a 10-yard touchdown run, and the Eagles have scored again to build their lead to 2 touchdowns over the 49ers.
That's the highlight of the game, sponsored by Wrangler. Wrangler has you covered this winter. Shop Wrangler.com for the best Sherpa-line jackets, warm flannel, and durable, stylish jeans. Wrangler for the ride of life. It was a 21-7 game at halftime. The Eagles effectively put this game away. They took over midway through the third quarter and went on a 91-yard march, aided by a roughing the kicker call on a punt when they were about to give the ball up. And then their go-to formation cemented the game.
Third and goal, the snap to Hurts. He tries to crowbar his way in over the guard. Touchdown! Hurts has taken it in. Shoved by his teammates from behind. A 1-yard touchdown run by Jalen Hurts. And now he has passed Cam Newton for the most rushing touchdowns ever by a quarterback in the regular and postseason combined. His 15th. And that time it comes in the NFC Championship game and gives the Eagles a 3-touchdown advantage.
They win it by a score of 31-7. The Philadelphia Eagles, for the first time since the 2017 season, are headed back to the Super Bowl. We're going to wrap things up when we return. You're listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.
This. Nachos! Hey, I'll take some.
And some Frank's Red Hot.
Nah.
You're just going to eat these boring nachos with no flavor. Frank it up! Frank it up! This guy finally gets it.
It's the perfect blend of flavor and heat. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
I used to get Purell hand sanitizer free with the Staples Connect app. So take a seat or 2. Right now at Staples, the working, learning, and saving store. Offers end 2/4. Share offer valid in-store and online. Purell Limit 2, in-store only, while supplies last.
Wendy's knows that everybody hates cold and soggy fries. That's why Wendy's changed their fries to serve them up hot and crispy every single time. That's right, hot and crispy guaranteed, or they will replace them with natural cut skin on potatoes. Every order of hot and crispy fries is prepared to golden goodness and perfectly sprinkled with sea salt every time. Head to Wendy's today to get your hot and crispy fries and make every day a fry day. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
The final score, Philadelphia 31, San Francisco 7. You've been listening to the NFC Championship game presented by Intuit TurboTax. I want to thank our crew for this afternoon. Studio coordinator Art Martinez, studio producer Brian Finkelstein, production assistance provided by Michael Garland, Bud Meredith, and Nick Pope. Our statistician Pat McGrath, our engineer Sam Virgillo, production supervisor Aaron Cummins, coordinating producer Mike Eby, the executive producer of Westwood One Sports is Howard Deneroff. Stay tuned for Game 2 of our NFL Championship doubleheader. Up next, the AFC title game between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. Ian Eagle, Tony Baselli, and Laura Oakman standing by to bring you all the action. Once again, the final score from Lincoln Financial Field. Philadelphia 31, San Francisco 7. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles, the 2022 NFC champions. Now for Kevin Harlan, Kurt Warner, and Ross Tucker, I'm Scott Graham. Thanks for joining us. You've been listening to the NFC Championship game on Westwood One.